at you.
Playing second base, batting first, number 16, Tam Sanderson. Batting second, number 19,
hold on. I
Tanner
watched the
Hess
other night.
first.
I watched.
The shortstop.
Is that right?
You know what time it is? It's Maverick Baseball on Maverick TV. Ryder McKay, as always, joined by my partner Wayne Slosher and a PA voice far away, Guy Lanigan when he can. Mavericks have won the first 2 games of this series, and both in different fashions. Last night, the Mavericks with a big win. The night before, Jamon Cervantes doing his job, pitching pitching a scoreless game by his standpoints, going 8 innings, not giving up a single run.
Folks, the Mavericks have clinched a playoff spot.
As you hear in the background, the Mavericks have clinched a playoff spot, and they will be moving on to the promised land, having the opportunity to compete for another championship. Great time to bring in my partner Wayne Slosher. And Wayne, as you mentioned, I think you told me a little while ago, if the Mavericks were able to reach a certain point and a certain record,
Does this work? Sorry.
that they'd have a good chance to go to the playoffs. I believe you said you wanted them to be 20-20. They got to it, and what do you know? They found themselves a playoff spot.
Yeah, that's kind of more luck than anything else on my behalf in saying 20-20, but that was a goal that I thought if they reached that, they would have a good chance. But not only did they reach that, but they far exceeded what we were expecting back when they had 14 or 15 wins and 16 losses. I think at one time they were 14 and 16, and we were thinking, wow, they got 10 games left. If they could finish 20-20, they'd be in good position, and they did that. But ever since then, they've been playing like 750 baseball. They're on an 8-2 10-game run coming into this game tonight, so they've been playing very good baseball.
Starting pitcher for the Mavericks, fresh off his 10 Maverick Buck winner thanks to his trivia question father. Garrett Nicholson gets a start for the Mavericks. He's got to throw strikes. Weighing the 6'4", 220-pound Team Canada junior former member, he's got to have a good game. Canada set to go here. We'll be right back with you after this.
Thank you very much there, Shayna.
Great performance, as always, by our artist Wayne. As I said, Garrett Nicholson getting the start, the former Junior Team Canada member from Nova Scotia. His coming into tonight's game, you always focus on the strikeout to walk ratio. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Nicholson's stats as he's set to throw opening pitch here?
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, I haven't looked at his strikeout to walk ratio.
Have you not?
Thanks, Ryder.
Making you look bad on here.
I haven't.
33 to 31.
Okay, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and he's been pitching very well his last several outings that we've seen him pitch, and I think he's made very good progress this year. Very good crowd tonight. Probably, I think we're going to have an excellent crowd. Beautiful day out again today here in Medicine Hat. No breeze to speak of. Maybe 5 kilometers an hour, plus 29 at game time. Yesterday it was a little bit warm. We started at plus 34, and an hour and a half later was plus 33. So great night for baseball, and a good crowd here tonight on a Saturday night.
What's better than coming to a baseball game when the weather's nice?
Yeah, that's
not much.
And I see lots of kids in the crowd. The patios are both got lots of people down the patios, so I'm thinking we're going to have an excellent crowd, attendance figure for tonight.
Drawing 900 the last 2 games back to back, and Wayne, when your team's winning and having success like the Mavericks are, you're going to attract fans. It's just one goes with the other.
Well, I expect an even bigger crowd tomorrow with Lethbridge coming into town. We're fighting them for second place.
A very likely playoff matchup at the moment is how it's looking.
And that'll be an afternoon matchup at 2 o'clock. So the Mavs are 29 and 22. Fort Mac are 24 and 28. And I would say about a week ago, the difference between them was much closer. The Mavs are 8 and 2 in the last 10, as I had mentioned. Fort Mac are 4 and 6 in their last 10.
We're all set to go here, Mavericks baseball. And Wayne, I'm looking for my catchphrase. You got beauty, here's mine. Let's do this.
Let's do this, okay. Good job, Ryder. Let's do this. Cam Sanderson starting off, 265 hitter. Was 1 for 5 last night. Crushed the ball off the left field wall is the one hit that he did get, just out of the reach of Soika, who jumped into the wall trying to make the catch. First pitch low, called a ball. Got Rodriguez at first, Radai at second, Garcia at short, Klingensmith at third. Wright doing the catching, Soika in left, Walker in center, and Pope and right.
Pope's on first.
Pope's on first, that's right. Sal's doing the DHing tonight. Tito Jones is in right field. Pitch is inside, 3-0. I just see hazy figures in the outfield. It's hard for me to see that far.
That's where Cam comes in for us, hey Wayne?
Yes, yeah.
The Mavericks are out there, it's okay.
There's a pitch in there for a strike. Good fastball by Nicholson. Nicholson has a 4-win, 2-loss, and 1-save record. This is his 12th game, a 4.02 ERA. Fouled off to the right side. Good fastball on the outer half of the plate.
It's still sunlight and it's not bad.
Here's the full count pitch. A single hit to right field by Sanderson. Got in on his hands, but was able to punch it through the right side.
And Wayne, we talked about this before we went on air tonight. You mentioned you think you're going to see a hungry Fort Mac team coming in tonight. They're battling. They're extremely close with the Edmonton prospects right now, who are having some crazy weather. Grapefruit-sized hail up in Edmonton right now, for our fans who are tracking that and curious. But waiting for the Giants, they're in a battle of their own right now. I expect them and head coach Ray Brown to, as they say, bring it.
Yeah, had a doubleheader today. First game against Yorkton, which they won 9-8. So I think that puts them into a mathematical tie with Fort Mac. They were a half a game behind, and then they're playing Brooks tonight at 7 o'clock. If that game gets in, yeah, terrible weather up there. Hard hit ball down the line. It's gonna get down into the corner. Sanderson heading for third. The throw goes into second to Rat-Eye, but Hess slides in safely with a double. And they are coming out swinging the bats tonight.
The shortstop, number 2, Max Hewitt.
I think we're going to see a lot of different things from Ray Brown tonight. Previous 2 games has been very traditional style baseball. I think he realizes he needs to get more out of his better hitters, and for some of the other guys, they might have to do different things like bunt and run, hit and run,
Things they're not
squeeze
comfortable
bunts. Well, they got to score more runs.
They do.
They've scored 4 runs in 2 games, and what they're have done isn't working. So pitch in there for a called strike. Trouble brewing for the Mavs here in the first inning. Runners on second and third, nobody out. Oh, a good nasty slider. Low and in the dirt. Hewitt swings through it. Count is 0-2. Chokes up on the bat now. We do need a strikeout here, and then we have options with Ortiz on deck. But with Hewitt choked up so much, he just wants to put the ball in play. I like to see that adjustment by hitters. There's a curveball. Oh, just misses. Goes up and inside. So count is 1-2. Infield playing back. They'll concede the run. 4 and out. Pitch high and inside again. He's saying it hit him. Umpire is saying no, it didn't hit him. Hewitt is standing there pleading his case that it nicked him. Now Ray Brown, coming in from third base, is going to talk to the umpire about that.
And he's going to go right back.
Yeah, umpire is saying,
Get out of here.
Well, he didn't see it. He didn't hear it. So.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it from up here, but again, we're up here.
Count is 2-2. Need a curveball low and away here. Oh, there it is. Rolls it over to Rat-Eye at second. Good job. 4-3 for the first out. Run scores, and we got an out.
And the Fort Mac Giants take their first lead of the weekend.
And that's what they're hoping for, is to add on to that. They'd like to get that run in from third. Only 1 away. Richard Ortiz at the plate, batting .276. He's got some pop in his bat with 5 home runs this year. Swings, pops it up. Klingensmith's moving over. Gets underneath it, makes the catch on the warning track in front of the Mavs dugout for the second out.
Smith makes the catch in foul territory, 2 gone. The right fielder, number 27, Peyton Crispin.
That was not a good at-bat by Ortiz. Curveball, first pitch, way
Swing.
out in front.
He didn't need to do that, Wayne.
He's got to be more patient than that if you want to get the runner in from third base.
Wayne, Peyton Crispin checking in, the third-year veteran for the Giants. His numbers, his first season he
numbers.
hit 303. The second year 270, and this year 317. So capable.
Yeah, he is. So we have a lefty on lefty matchup here. First pitch was a curveball in there for a strike. On the corner, fastball, good pitch, good location. 0-2. 1 pitch, and we're out of this jam with only giving up 1 run. Here's a pitch, high, good try, high fastball, just a little bit too high. Count is 1-2. Avs will be very happy giving up 1 run this inning, giving the lead off. Hard hit ball at Garcia at short, fields it cleanly over to Pope at first. Good job.
Ground ball, 6-3. Giants strike early here, 1 run on 2 hits. 1 left on, no errors. 1-0 lead after a half inning.
Well, was a good comeback by Nicholson and the defense to limit that damage to 1 run.
Number 11, Tucker Sorensen.
Pitcher for Fort Mac is Tucker Sorensen. This is his 13th game. He's got a 2-win, 5-loss record. He is a strikeout pitcher. He's a southpaw. 15 walks against 37 strikeouts. 3.37 ERA and a whip of 1.31. Our hitters are going to be in tough against.
I think you're seeing the toughest matchup. I think you're seeing the toughest pitcher of the weekend so far, Wayne. In my opinion, up to this point, the stats don't lie from that regard. And Wayne, you're playing.
We'll have to wait and see.
We will have to wait and see. Of course, you never want to predict those things too much. How difficult is it for those hitters to face a left-handed pitcher? Does it really throw things off for you that much?
Well, you'll notice that Taylor Wright isn't in the lineup tonight. Taylor, in my opinion, struggles more against left-handed pitchers, so he's not in the lineup tonight, and in his place is Cameron Pope. So for some hitters, yeah, the lefty on lefty is not a good matchup for them, but for most of the hitters, Klingensmith, Garcia, Jones, they faced enough lefties from Little League right up through college baseball. Unless you get a real nasty lefty, they're pretty confident. You have to be confident facing a lefty on lefty or a righty on righty matchup, or you're not going to play that much. You're only going to play when it's an opposite matchup.
No, you're right, and baseball's all about making those adjustments. One guy who has made adjustments this year, we talk about him all the time on the show now. He's given us no other choice. Colin Klingensmith leading things off for the Mavericks. I asked you a couple games ago, it might have even been last night, we're here so much I forget sometimes. I asked you, how does he keep something like this going? And you said pretty much you just got to keep swinging the bat the way, keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, his objective every time going up there, and every hitter is the same way. They're just trying to make contact, have good at-bat. Don't miss. Sometimes in an at-bat, you only get one good pitch that you can really drive, and you don't want to miss that one good pitch. And if you're lucky, you get a second one, but what you don't want to do is foul off or miss that great pitch. And Klinger's got so much confidence right now that he's hitting any and everything. Led off the game last night with a Oppo Field home run into left center. That pitch gets in on the fist. Third baseman going over makes the catch.
That's what you don't want to do.
First out. And that's where the lefty-lefty matchup's a little tougher. That pitch is in on the hands.
Yeah, it can be.
And got him to pop up.
The shortstop, number 5, PJ Garcia.
Another lefty-on-lefty matchup. Garcia batting .343 on the year. He was 2 for 4 last night. Followed by Austin Soika. Pitch inside. Garcia standing just about right on the edge of the batter's box. It's pretty well on the plate. Pitch in there for a called strike. Has somewhat of an open stance.
Heads up, folks, heads up.
Curveball fouled into the left field stands, and a little boy runs over there and gets the ball. Made his night right there.
That'll work.
And he's got a younger brother. Now his younger brother's unhappy. He wants one.
I got a younger brother waiting at home. I can relate to that situation.
There's a ball out into center field. It's going to drop in for a single from Garcia.
Base hit for Garcia.
Not hard hit, but hit in the right spot.
Brings to the plate the left fielder, number 30, Austin Soika.
Annoying, as we talked about a little bit, Soika, he's cooled off from what he was hitting in the leadoff spot to the number 3 spot, but he's still doing just fine at 352. Playing great in left field.
Sorensen had Garcia going back to first base on that pitch home. That pitch was a ball. Garcia trying to get a big lead. Might be trying to draw the throw. Inches out a little bit further. Now he gets back. He wants to see Sorensen's best move. And then after that, he can say, okay, I've seen your best. Now I've got to pick a pitch. He's got an even larger lead this time. Leans back to first base. That pitch catches the outside corner, barely, but evens the count at 1-1. So we've got the cat and mouse game going on between the pitcher and the first base runner, Garcia. Garcia has a good lead. Flinches like he's going to go. Steps back towards first. Ball is low, 2-1. Different runners have different philosophies on stealing. Some will take a shorter lead with the idea that they're going to go hard on first move. Others take a bigger lead and then they hesitate. And right now Garcia hesitates, but the ball's in the dirt and he gets down to second on the wild pitch. Good piece of base running. Smart base running by Garcia. As I was saying, Garcia is one of those base runners that takes a very long lead, teases the pitcher into drawing a throw over so he can get a better read. And once he gets the read, then he takes off, or in this case, anything that gets in the dirt. He's got a large lead to begin with. He goes into his secondary, sees the ball in the dirt, and just keeps going to second. Very smart base runner. Runner on second, one away. Pitch to Soika, fouls it off to the right side. Count is 3-2. Boy, beautiful night to be sitting in the stands. But we're not sitting in the stands.
No, we're not. We're in the booth up here.
And you wanted the fan underneath the table in front of you, Ryder.
Yes, I did. Me and you are fighting about that fan for the rest of the season.
Good lead at second base. Payoff pitch hit hard into center field, but right at the center fielder. Good piece of hitting by Soika. Got his pitch. Hit it hard. There's nothing to show for it except an L8. Line out to center field. Sal Rodriguez batting .304. Mom and Dad in Crystal Lake, Illinois. His batting average is over 300. Was 2 for 4 last night. He's been consistently moving up. Leads the team in RBIs. Very solid hitter throughout the year and just keeps getting better at the right time of the year. He's peaking. Very confident hitter right now. First pitch was a called ball. So Garcia still at second. Ball in the dirt. 2-0. I'm looking for Sal here to get a neat pitch. Something that he can pull between second and third or in the left center gap. He's going to be looking to get barrel out front. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike. Not to Sal's liking. Might have been a little bit low for his liking. It was right across the plate. That's a good take. You don't have to go after a 2-0 just because it's a fastball. There it is. Hard hit out into the left center gap. Left fielder makes a diving catch. robs Rodriguez of an RBI and probably a double. That ball gets up to the wall for sure. Great catch by the left fielder.
Nice catch by Chase Atkinson, and Wayne, go figures, Chase Atkinson due right up. He's had a good series batting for the Giants, where things haven't gone well for them as a team. You know, when you look at only 4 runs in the last 2 games. Wayne, but I mentioned Atkinson. I really liked what he did in the first night when you were away, but then you seen last night he was not too bad himself. What is it about Atkinson that makes him a successful batter? What do you see in him?
Number 19, Derek Eubanks, Mom,
Well,
Sarah, Dad, Mike,
last night he faced several different pitchers, and it didn't matter which pitcher he faced, from Steele on to the rest of the guys that came in with Ridley, and he was 3 for 4, just has good at bats. He's like Klingensmith, and goes up there looking for his pitch, and when it's there, he doesn't miss it.
Haven't left yet. They're still here. Gloria and Jeffrey here, the 2 sisters beat down from Calgary.
I mean, I suspect opening night for the playoffs here for the Mavericks, there's going to be some more families in town. As mentioned, the Mavericks officially clinched a playoff spot as of this morning. Can finish no lower than the 4th and final playoff spot at this point. But for the Mavericks, they're not done. They want home field advantage. It's crucial.
Yeah, it is. A win tonight, Lethbridge are not playing tonight, would put us a game and a half up. Lethbridge only have 3 games left, 2 against us and 1 against Brooks. If we can win tonight and win the game on Sunday, tomorrow's game against Lethbridge, I believe, I'm not going to say this for an absolute, but I think that would give us 2nd place. We'd be 2.5 up, and Lethbridge would only have 2 games left to play. So that they would never be able to catch us if we win tonight and win tomorrow.
It's the 6,
But
7, 8 hitters
let's
go
win this
for,
game tonight first.
Fort McMurray starting it off, the left fielder, number 38, Chase Atkinson.
Atkinson is batting .327
It's so hard not to say
from Grangeville, Idaho. Idaho is such a beautiful state as well. First pitch swinging, fouls it back. I tell you, I'm going bear hunting in Idaho in October.
We didn't talk about this. No, I didn't.
I'm
I'm
going
not
with-
surprised you're doing that, but I'm
going with 3 other people, but they're carrying guns. I'm carrying a camera. Ball in the dirt, bounces to the backstop.
And bear spray, I hope.
and bear spray, Wayne, I hope.
Well, I asked my son, who invited me, and I said, well, who's going to be hunting who if we're up in the mountains for a week and about 30 to 40 miles away from civilization? He said, in the morning and the evening, we hunt the bears. During the day, they hunt us. So we're out fly fishing. I said, oh, so we're going to be catching fish, what the bears are going to want to eat. Are you guys going to be carrying your guns with her fishing rods? And he said, oh, yes. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Red-eye, great play behind the base, over to first. Wow, that was a beauty. Atkinson hits the ball hard and is absolutely robbed by Nolan Radeye.
Brings to the plate.
That's a beauty of a play.
Bunch of blinds, beer batter. They catcher number 5, Joseph Matsu. If he strikes out this at bat, no raw beer for the next 10 minutes. Bunch of blinds is starting service for every budget.
Might have been a fortuitous bounce there. It hit the mound and bounced up in the air, and then a tough one hopper, which Radeye had to get over and backhand it, which he did. Then gather himself and needed to make a good strong throw to first base to nip Atkinson in time for the out. Great play by Radeye. First pitch in for a ball on Matsua, batting 176. Hits the ball high and deep out into center field. Walker underneath it, makes the catch for the second out. Last night we were talking about how the ball just was carrying last night.
It was carrying last night.
Get it up in the air and it was just going right to the warning track, or
There were a few in
probably 10 feet further than normal.
Yeah, it wasn't. when the ball's carrying, sometimes you don't know where it's gonna end up. And credit to both teams' outfielders. Eric Marchek's in the third baseman. What have you liked from him so far in this series, or what have you not liked? Meyer hasn't been overly successful in this series.
Well, he was 0 for 4 last night, and he's hoping to have a better night. He's batting .262. Well, the one thing we talked about last night was that our outfielders were playing deeper than theirs, and their right fielder in a key situation went back to make a routine catch. The ball kept carrying, and he thought he was underneath it, and then he just dropped it.
That's right.
And I think we were smart last night to play our outfielders a little deeper. Pop up down the right field line. Pope giving chase. Gets over there.
Nice
makes
catch.
A great running catch over the shoulder on the warning track. Runs into the fence. Great job by Cameron Pope.
And Wayne, maybe that's something head coach Tom Vasella decided he liked, was he wanted a little bit more speed over there in Cameron Pope. Pope has the ability to get to those balls, and Wayne, as we seen last night, when no big deal at the end of things, but a mistake by Ridley and a play with Rodriguez did lead to a scoring run. So if you're able to eliminate those plays like Pope did, you can avoid that hindsight thinking and cash in the moment when it matters most. Good job by Cameron Pope.
Yeah, and that play last night wasn't Sal Rodriguez's fault. It was Flynn Ridley's, forgetting that after he throws the ball, he's an infielder, not a pitcher anymore, and he just forgot to cover. And you're right, it cost us a run, but great job by Pope there, running hard after the ball, never gave up on it, catches it over his right shoulder and crashes into the fence. He went a long way to make that catch. Great job. Pitchers love to see that when your defense is doing that. Great play by Radai at second base for the first out, and an equally great play by Pope for the third out. For the Mavericks, we have Colton Wright, Nolan Radai, and Tito Jones coming up. Number 5, 6, and 7 hitters. 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Wright batting .274 on the year. He was 1 for 4 last night.
5, 6, 7.
Radai is on deck, was 0 for 4, batting .324, and Tito Jones batting .368.
Mamacita, Colton Wright. C-Dub, as they call him, Wayne. C-Dub comes up.
Colton gives a friendly tap with the knob of his bat to the catcher's shin pad.
And Wayne, his batting average is getting higher too, much like Rodriguez's.
Yeah, it's been climbing. Both of them are down in the 240s area there for a while, and now Sal is over 300. Colton's over 275. First pitch is high and away, ball 1. Another pitch high and away. Count is 2-0. Fort McMurray have scored 1 run on 2 hits. First 2 batters led off the inning, a single and a double. Oh, a vicious swing by Colton there on a pitch just up. Count is 2-1. Mavs have 1 hit. Garcia had a single in the first inning. Moved to second on a wild pitch, but was left stranded there. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Again, a pitch up in the zone. Wright swings underneath it, gets a piece of it, fouls it back, but right into the catcher's glove. Center fielder playing deep. Now moves in. Pitch high and away. Good eye by Colton. The count is 3-2. If I'm Colton, I'm going to be looking at something away, but it's inside, called strike. Colton might have been looking away. I would have got crossed up on that one too. I did. I was thinking that they're going away. Fastball on the inside corner. Catches Colton for a strikeout. Credit to the pitcher and the catcher. They got ahead on Colton with 2 high fastballs that he chased. And then they came hard in for the 3rd strike. And it was low. And it froze Colton. First pitch to Rat Eye. Low and away. Curveball in there for a strike.
Sorensen works relatively quickly, Wayne.
He does. He's got a good array of pitches. Nice smooth delivery. Moves the ball up and down, in and out. There's a pitch on the outs or half, and Rat Eye, a great hitter that he is, says thank you very much. I can hit that hole on the right side. Good piece of hitting by Rat Eye.
Rat Eye on with a base hit. Brings to the plate the right fielder, number 11, Tito Jones.
Tito coming to the plate, batting .368 on the season, playing right field tonight. He's 1 for 4 last night. Rat Eye has 5 stolen bases on the year. Has just a short lead. First pitch fastball in there for a strike. Tito doesn't pull the ball very much, so even though there's a big hole on the right side, his tendency is to spray the ball around the field. Pitch on the outer corner, called strike. Tito looks back at the umpire. Count is 0-2. Third baseman playing very deep. He's been playing deep the whole at bat. Rat Eye not much of a lead. Moves back to first base on the first move by Sorensen. Count is 1-2. So Rat Eye has the opposite approach that Garcia does. He doesn't have much of a lead. His first move would be a tendency to go to first base. Boy, that was just about a balk. There was not much of a step towards first base on that. I thought he stutter stepped, which would have been a balk. There's the pitch. Tito laid on it. His helmet falls off.
As it often does.
Not the helmet, it's the hat.
He is not going to be a hat or a cap salesman, I don't think.
I don't know if I see that in his future.
No.
Likes his flow.
Yeah.
Wayne, having good hair is important, though.
Yeah. Well, those of you that have hair, yes, it's important. Those of us that don't, hate you that do. He gets underneath that ball, pops it up to right field. Right fielder makes an easy catch. Tito was way out front on that curveball. Good piece of pitching by Sorensen.
2 gone now for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate the first baseman, number 23, Cameron Pope.
And Pope fresh off of making that excellent catch. Let's see what he can do batting.
Yeah, Cameron made a great catch. He did not play last night. He's playing first base tonight, batting .272. Rat Eye draws a throw over to first base. Sorensen just acknowledging, don't get too far off. I'm not sure we've seen Sorensen's best move yet tonight. Pitch fastball in there, called strike. Sorensen has a traditional left-handed move in his delivery. He lifts his leg, looks at the first base runner, and then comes home. And that's usually a pretty good sign that he is coming home. This time he doesn't do that. Good change of pace on your looks over to first base. That time he looked home, came home. Rat Eye getting a little larger lead there. The count is 1-1. There he goes. The ball is hit into the left fielder's area, and he comes in, makes a catch at the knees.
Atkinson with 2 catches, so he's been involved.
Red Eye had second base stolen.
After 2 complete, 1-0 Giants. Hey, we'd like to welcome Davis.
And we had a quick exchange here from Colton Wright and the home plate umpire here. Colton, I don't know what he's saying to him, but
I think he may be asking about that pitch that was a called third strike on him. That Colton got called looking.
yeah, elaborate on that
Looked
one
like
more.
it
You
might
said that
have
one
been low
got
and
you
inside,
too.
but
You said that one got you up here too. What did you mean?
well, it got me because I was looking for a pitch away, and then the pitch was a fastball in, and it froze Colton. And I'm not saying that Colton was looking for the same pitch that I was, but I was surprised that they came in on him, but they did. They came in with a fastball in on the hands, and Colton froze on it, and I think he was questioning the umpires where that pitch was, but I thought it was a great pitch. It might have been an inch or two off the plate, but with full count. Colton has to remember the 2 strikes that he swung at previous to that were not strikes; they were high, and he chased them anyway. So
That's right, Wayne.
you know, sometimes you're worried about the pitch that you got called out on, and you're forgetting about the other pitches where if you wouldn't have swung at them, you would be at first base with a walk already. So, and you have a tendency to point the finger at the umpire rather than saying, you know what, I just got beat by a good pitch, and I swung at 2 pitches that weren't good.
Start off for the Giants here in the top of the 3rd, and starting it off, the center fielder number 4, Mark Chappelle.
So we have number 9, 1, and 2 coming up. Sorry, Ryder, I cut you off there.
No, I was just elaborating on Mark Chappelle a little bit more. He said he's hitting 171 coming into the season. Oh, and a quick ball hit there, and is Garcia going to get there in time?
He does get there. What a play by Garcia. He's over where the second baseman is.
He is. Wait, he just is. Everything he does, it's so efficient, and it always works.
He had no chance to set and throw that ball anywhere except from his hip, and that's what he did. He just barely got it, put it into his hand, and flipped it sidearm over to first base just in time to get Chappelle.
Sanderson.
Fantastic
That was
play.
what can you say? What can you say? Cam Sanderson 1 for 1 tonight from London, Ontario. You spoke about how good his UBC program is in British Columbia, Wayne, as the first strikes called here. You said a lot of good baseball in BC area, but UBC you really liked.
Well, Jeff Francis, who is a first-round pick, played for many teams in Major League Baseball, was drafted by Colorado, played for Toronto for a while on the national team. He was a first-round pick out of UBC.
Oh, that's really?
Yeah. So, no, they've got an excellent baseball program there. And he's not the only good player to come out of there. There was another young fellow who is a left-handed hitter that came out of that program. Kind of a dual threat pitcher-hitter. Can't remember his name now, but I remember watching him play, and he was a first-round pick. Francis, we had 2 Canadians drafted in the first round that year. Jeff Francis was one of them. Adam Lowen was the other kid's name. I just thought of it now. There's another single by Sanderson into right field. That's where he had his first hit. It's got a little rat-eye-esque type swing. Just takes what the pitcher gives him and
Makes the best of it.
Hits it all over the field. Now, I'm not sure whether Adam Lowen went to UBC, but I know that year when Jeff Francis was drafted in the first round, Adam Lowen was also drafted. I think Lowen went number 4 in the pick overall. Sanderson goes first move. Wow.
Doesn't even hesitate.
He wasn't waiting around. As soon as the pitcher lifted it, Nicholson lifted his leg, he took off. That's his 24th stolen base of the year. He's 24 for 30. Scored the first run. He makes things happens. Tanner Hessup doubled his last at bat down the third base line. That pitch in the dirt. And Sanderson coming around. He's going to try to score from second, and Colton Wright was caught napping on that. Didn't hustle back to get the ball.
Cam Sanderson showing good speed there, and he takes advantage of the opportunity off of the mistake from the Mavericks. 2-0 game here for Mac Giants.
Yeah, a little lack of hustle there by Colton, just jogging back to get the ball, and Sanderson took off and just kept running. So he scores on a wild pitch. No air on the play, just score on the wild pitch. That's what speed will do for you. Another ball hit hard down the line, called foul this time. Wow, home plate umpire didn't signal anything. Third base umpire looked to home plate umpire, and the home plate umpire didn't make a call. After the third base umpire jumped out of the road, he got up and he called it foul. Now he's calling the home plate umpire in. Home plate umpire fell asleep on that. That's his call till it crosses the plate. He never signaled fair or foul.
It's gonna.
I agree with Cam. I think that was a fair ball.
It's gonna start off
Third
as.
inning brought to you by Safety Net, helping you help others, providing first aid training.
The moment it looks like it's gonna stick as a double, Wayne, and the Mavericks. A little adversity here.
Well, I'm not sure. They're deciding right now. It'll be tough to reverse that call because the third base umpire did get up then and called it foul, but his first look was to home plate.
Should we watch
After it passed the bag, it was foul. But did it go over the bag? And that's the home plate umpire's call, is did it go over the bag? And they're saying, no, it didn't, so
No, it didn't.
it's a foul ball.
So it's not cool. What's the reverse?
Tough to reverse that call. Very tough to reverse it.
So it makes it two. That brings it count 2-2, right?
Yep. Yeah. Same place where Hess hit his first double was right over the bag down the line. This one was very close to being the same thing.
No, he would get a double. He might just get.
It would just be umpires, whatever they
Yeah, it depends on how far he got.
Count is 2-2 now, as mentioned.
2-2.
So one away. Sanderson was the second batter, hit a single to right field, stole second on the first pitch. The next pitch was a wild pitch, and he scored from second on a wild pitch. So within 3 pitches, he went from home to home in 3 pitches on a single. Don't see that very often. With no hit. That pitch is blown away.
I haven't seen one call reverse this season yet, Wayne.
So was it 2-2, and now it's 3-1?
No.
It was 2-1. He signaled down there. Too.
Okay, so it's
My mistake. My mistake.
3-1. Here's the pitch, fouled straight back. Wow.
Now it's full.
Hess just missed that. He'd like that one back over again. That was a meek pitch down the middle. Might have been up a little bit. Nicholson's got good velocity, and his ball does tail. Moves away from the right-handed hitter. Open stance by Hess. Here's the pitch, in on the hands. Good pitch by Nicholson. Looked like a curveball slider in on the hands. Hess couldn't get the barrel of the bat through. He's choking up an inch or so. Open stance. Garcia moves over. Swing misses in the dirt. Colton picks it up, tags the runner, or tags the hitter. So a strikeout and a 2 unassisted.
Brings the lead shortstop number 2, Max Hewitt.
And Wayne, the Mavericks get lucky there.
Well, good call by Colton Wright and good pitch by Garrett Nicholson. A curveball on a full count. Last pitch was a curveball. It was in on the hands. He fouled it. They came back with one not as good. It was low and in the dirt. And quite often hitters will say, okay, you threw me a curveball. You're going to come back with a fastball on full count. He was looking fastball and got crossed up. Good curveball again by Nicholson. Hewitt way out front. Hewitt's a good hitter. It's 1 for 5 last night. grounded to Rallies at second base, the first inning. That pitch in the dirt. I've already got 3 stars in my scorebook for defensive plays for the Mavs, and it's only the 3rd inning. Good pitch, foul back. Count is 1-2. Great play by Rallies. Great play by Garcia, and then another great play by Cameron Pope.
What is it today?
Any one of those could be the play of the game. So far, 1-2 pitch. Hit off the end of the bat. Garcia's going to have a real tough play here.
And
wow!
he makes it!
Unbelievable! A slow roller to his backhand, gets it, flips it underhand across his body to first base, just in time to get Hewitt. Wow, I was just saying I had 4 stars marked, or 3 stars.
He got 4.
I got definitely a 4th star.
DJ Garcia, 2 unbelievable plays tonight. And Wayne, we mentioned, what can this guy not do? He's a fantastic ball player.
He was shading, left-handed hitter, he was shading him towards second base. The ball gets by Klingensmith at third. Garcia gets over there running full bore, backhands it in one motion, flips it over to first base with just enough on to get him at first base.
Great piece of baseball, great playing. Mavericks down by 2 as we head into the bottom of the 3rd. You're watching Mavericks TV. We'll be right back after this.
Good call.
This one. Freddie Walker checks in for the Mavericks. Hasn't got a hit yet tonight. Walker named the player of the game, Wayne, last night. He had a good game out in center field, and he was batting pretty good too. Let's see if Walker can continue the momentum.
Well, this is his first at bat, so last night he was 3 for 3. First pitch is called strike. He had a very good night last night. Pitch up for a ball, evens the count. Off-speed pitch. Catcher Matsu questioning the umpire a little bit, asking where that was because it was close. Second pitch, or third pitch, fastball on the outer half. Fred swings through it, 1-2. Fastball high. Sorensen works quickly.
What? Celtic? No, I just want to make sure it's not on the bottom.
Fouled straight back. Count is 2-2.
Fouled off there is Freddie Walker. Just takes a swing and another fouled here. Fouled off by Freddie Walker and the Mavericks. Wayne, they want to get to things early here. They don't want to let the game drag on too much. The runs only get harder as the game gets longer.
Well, it's a great guy to get on base here with his speed. So let's see if Freddie can get on base. Oh, good pitch. their half of the plate, catches him looking. Called strike
Well,
3.
on for the Mavericks, top of the order now. The third baseman, number 10, Colin Klingon-Smith.
Well, we kind of said at the beginning of the game that we thought that this would be a tough game for our hitters against Sorensen. He's a very good pitcher, and right now we've got 2 hits. But top of our order coming up. Let's see what we can do here.
I thought last night, Wayne, that Giants were hanging around too. Mavs win that game 6-4, but they were right there still hanging around.
I know they played a much better game than they did the first game when they got blown out 10-0. So I think we have to expect that we can't look ahead to Lethbridge tomorrow. We've got to win this game tonight. Count is 1-1. Klinger popped up to the third baseman. His first at bat. Oh, just missed his pitch there, and he knows it. Fouls it straight back. Good thing about Klingon-Smith, with the hot streak that he's in right now, that won't even bother him that he missed that pitch. Count is 1-2. Oh, rips it! Oh, just foul by inches down the first base side. That was close. Good call by the umpire. Just missed the line by.
Looking at where the divot is.
Yeah, yeah, it was about 6 inches wide.
Yeah.
But he crushed that one. That's Klingon-Smith right now. He's right on it. Hits this one high and deep to right field. Going back.
How about that? Colin Klingon-Smith again.
Another home run for Klingon-Smith. He's on fire.
Solo home run.
That's a beauty.
Colin Klingon-Smith, let's do this. 2-1 game, Mavericks back in it.
Mavericks on the board. You know what that means? 20/20 vision balls coming your way. Make some noise.
He is absolutely on fire. He just missed his pitch when he fouled it back. And then the next pitch, he crushes down the first baseline. Just fouled. The next pitch, he hits over the right field fence by 20 feet. Oh, Garcia just missed that pitch. Catcher giving chase, slides. Great move by the catcher to slide on that play, Matsu. But the ball hits the netting. So it's just strike 1.
Watch it here.
Solid contact.
Garcia fouled it off here, and he's going to take a second here. And Wayne Klingon-Smith, like, what a good recovery there as he gets a hold of it and cleared it significantly with ease.
He goes into his home run trot about halfway down the first base line, right there. He knew he had it, got it all right away. Count is 0-2. As a hitter, you know as soon as it hits your bat, when you don't feel anything, you know you've hit it right on, you've squared it up. And it's tough to square up a round baseball with a round bat. That ball is hit foul down into the patio area. Chappelle gets chased, unable to make the catch. The count is 0-2. So the Mavs got one of the runs back. Still only one away. Number 2, 3, and 4 hitters up. Here's a pitch from Sorensen. Popped up by Garcia. First baseman, catcher giving chase. First baseman calls him off, makes the catch for the second out.
2 gone now for the Mavericks. Brings to the plate in the left fielder, number 30, Austin Soika.
Soika crushed the ball. I shouldn't say crush the ball. He hit it very hard, but a line drive into center field. His first at bat.
Looking at it right off the bat.
Had it not been right at the outfielder, the center fielder, he would easily had a double on that. First pitch in there for a strike. Sorensen Pitches quickly and throws lots of strikes. That ball is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Now, let's see here. He got Cameron Pope and Colton Wright on fastballs in with 2 strikes. Let's see if they're going to come in on Soika here with a fastball. Catcher setting up away this time. Oh, backdoor slider. Good pitch. Wow. Very smart.
And Wayne,
Not setting up a pattern there.
No, he hasn't. And Wayne, you mentioned Sorensen. He's going to be a tricky pitcher, and so far he's had a not too bad of a night.
No, he's having a very good night. Both pitchers are having a very good night. Really, there was no reason for Sanderson to score from second on a pass on a wild pitch.
Right.
So, credit to Sanderson. He's got 2 out of the 3 hits tonight, and has scored both of their runs. So he's
Player
a guy,
of the game for them so far.
He's a guy we have to keep off the base. We've got to find a way of keeping him off the base. And the last time he got on first pitch, he stole second. And very difficult to score from first on 2 pitches without the ball being hit.
To our contestants for
And he did it.
Medicine Hat News Old Town Road paper delivery.
And he scored that run all on his own.
Fourth inning brought to you by
Sanderson.
Red Velvet Hair and Body Bar, the official hair salon.
And we touched base on your Jeff Francis point earlier about the program over in BC. After playing for the North Delta Blue Jays of the BC Premier Baseball League, which was considered the highest junior league in British Columbia, he was selected with the team with Adam Lowen, who was selected 4th overall in that same draft. You were right. You know everything.
I guessed right.
You guessed right.
Who's coming up here, guys? 13?
So we got the number 4, 5, and 6 hitters: Ortiz, Crispin, and Atkinson coming up.
This 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Fort McMurray. The designated hitter, number 13, Richard Ortiz.
You didn't know I had a photographic memory?
No, I didn't.
I should have told you that before.
No, we should have. Can you tell I read that off of Google the way I said it, too? Wonder if the fans can tell. Most likely.
No, I remember watching Adam Lowen play. He was a kind of phenom at that time.
And Wayne, nobody up to that point in baseball, no Canadians had been drafted that high together, so they received a ton of publicity at the time.
They did very much so. First pitch in for a strike. Oh, fastball gets in on the hands. Ortiz can't get around on it. Ortiz was catching last night. He's the DH tonight. He was 1 for 4 last night. Good pitch by Nicholson there. Tied him up with that fastball in on the hands. Here's a pitch. Foul off to the right side again. We've got a big old tree over there, and it catches more balls than
any other fielder in the league. I think we got to get a stat on that tree. I think, Wayne, next season.
Forever.
Over the years, that thing has saved a lot of balls. There's a curveball hit, candy hop to Garcia at short, up over the first out.
Garcia making a 6-3 rounder.
2 hopper.
1 gone for Fort McMurray.
I love those 2 hoppers that come right up to your chest.
The right fielder, number 27.
Because you're already into your throwing motion. All you have to do is get your footwork down. That was the easiest play Garcia's had tonight. And he's made every play that he's had tonight. 2 of them outstanding. I've given him 2 stars already for tonight. Here's the first pitch into the dirt to Crispin. Crispin grounded out to short. His first plate appearance on what I would consider a routine ground ball, just as the last one was. Good slider, moving fastball away from Crispin. Fouls it back. 0-2. Sorry, the count is 1-1. Is the count 1-1 or 0-2? Guys?
I'm seeing 1-1, I believe.
I thought the first pitch was a strike. Sorry,
Find
folks.
out.
Curveball. Oh,
Thought that one was okay.
Just missed on that one. Didn't miss by much. Count is 2-1. Boy, all three of his pitches have been right around the plate. So good job by Nicholson and Sorensen tonight. That pitch is in the dirt. I guess the first pitch was in the dirt, as I recall.
Wayne, how frustrating is that as a pitcher when you think you're throwing pitches that you know probably could be called a strike and they don't? How do you let it not get to you? Because no question, it's frustrating. It'll fire you up.
Yeah, sometimes it will upset a pitcher, but the good ones just have to shake it off and just say, you know what, I'm going to get some and I'm going to lose some. And if you have that frame of mind that throughout a game, the umpire is doing the best job he can. And just as a pitcher walks players and defensive player makes errors, umpires miss calls. And they're not perfect, neither pitchers, neither defenders. So it's part of the game. So Crispin gets on with a walk. Brings to the plate Chase Atkinson, who's one of their top hitters. Hit a scorcher up the middle his first at-bat. Eye made a tremendous backhanded play well beyond second base. Threw it on the run over to first base just to get Atkinson in time. The Mavs are third in the league in team fielding, and they've been showing it tonight. They've been putting on a clinic. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from right. Scampering down the second base is Crispin.
And 4 of Garrett Nicholson's last 5 pitches have been balls, Wayne. It's got to slow down for a second and take second on the mound.
Yeah, one of the difficulties has been our wild pitches this year, and we've leading the league in wild pitches. Ball hitting. Oh, he's trying to advance to third. Bad move by the base runner, Crispin. Great heads-up play by Garcia. Runner in front of him. Crispin knows better. The ball has to get through the infield. Garcia says, "Thank you very much. I'll take you out at third." Great play by Garcia.
He strikes out this at bat. $1 beer for the next 10 minutes. Look at Lions beer batter.
Just got a little greedy on that, Crispin did. He was already in scoring position at second. Try to get that extra base.
And Wayne, just
and
looking.
What do you know?
And what do you know?
You didn't make
get it. You didn't make it. No, Wayne, I'm a little. As I'm sitting here watching, we talked about that we might see a different look tonight for the Giants. And Wayne, I'm seeing a little bit more desperation from them. You look at Sanderson, who was off when Nicholson just kicked his leg up. You look at the decision there by Crispin that goes wrong. They're playing aggressive. They look like they're playing with something to lose right now. I think they're feeling the pressure right now in the league. I think they are playing an aggressive game tonight.
Yeah, they are. What I was expecting to see was that they would play aggressive more on the bunt and run, hit and run style, but that may not be Brownie's forte as to what he wants happen. What happened with Sanderson and Crispin there, those are just individual decisions as to, hey, I'm going to take off. It paid off for Sanderson, but it certainly didn't pay off for Crispin. Nicholson falls behind 2-1. First pitch after the fielder's choice was in the dirt again. Colton Wright made a great play blocking it. There's a ground ball hit to the shortstop. Garcia over, steps on the bag for the third out.
The other fielder's choice, they got the runner out at second on the 6U.
Garcia makes all 3 outs that inning. Great job by him.
2-1 lead after 3.5 innings.
And Wayne, like we talked about, like a goalie in hockey, Garcia tonight involved really in the action, and
yeah,
he's probably going to enjoy that because you're forced to be involved in the game, and you're more dialed in. That you're just getting. In hockey, they call it getting a feel for the puck. In baseball, you're getting a feel for the ball.
Yeah, that's a key position is your shortstop, and he's making the routine plays. And that's all you want from your shortstop is just make the routine plays, but he's making some outstanding plays
as well.
Besides the routine plays. I'm looking at my score sheet right now, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 putouts already in tonight's game.
7 putouts.
Well, 7 assists or putouts, and so 7 out of the 12 outs have been accounted for by Garcia at short. So he's the right guy to have in there tonight.
We'll keep tracking tallies of that tonight for Garcia, a little thing on the side.
Well, that's remarkable. Out of your first 12 outs, that your shortstop's been involved in 6 of them.
That's right.
Or 7 of them.
7 of them.
Yeah. So leading off for the Mavs in the bottom of the 4th will be Sal Rodriguez, followed by Colton Wright and Nolan Radai. Mavs are down 2-1. Both teams have 3 hits. Neither team has committed an error so far. Sal Rodriguez lined out to the left fielder. His last at-bat got ahead 2-0 on the count. Took a fastball that was called strike, a little bit low. Next fastball was up, and he turned on it, but right at the left fielder. So good at bat by Sal Rodriguez. Let's see if he can duplicate that. First pitch swinging, fouls it off the right side.
Guys.
I'm impressed with Sorensen. I really like the way he's attacking the hitters tonight. He's moving up and down, in and out, changing speeds, work quickly. There's a ground ball hit in the hole, a single for Sal Rodriguez.
Base hit for Rodriguez.
Brings to the
plate
plate,
the catcher,
Colton
number
Wright.
25, Colton Wright.
Colton was caught looking. 3rd strike, his first at-bat. I know he might have been a little unhappy with the call, but I gotta say, if I was batting at that time, I would have been looking for a pitch away, and the pitcher threw a fastball in. It might have been off the plate, but it wasn't off the plate by that much. But when you're looking middle away and a fastball comes in on you, you just freeze on that. So credit the pitcher on that one. Hard hit ball by Colton.
Nice hit.
Single right up the gut. Line drive, attaboy Colton.
Back-to-back
Don't
hits
go
for
to
the
the full
Mavericks.
count. Good job.
Brings to the plate the second baseman, number 9, Nolan Ratai.
One way to do it and not let your pitcher get comfortable is swing on those first pitches. He's going, what the heck am I doing right now?
Yep. He has good at-bats, and boy, there's another example. So we got runners on first and second, nobody away. And now we got Nolan Radai up. Nolan can really handle a bat well. I wouldn't doubt if we don't see a bunt and run here or a hit and run, or maybe even a sac bunt. On deck is Tito Jones. Corners are playing in. Here's the pitch. Swinging first pitch in on the hands. Fouls it back. I'm watching the corners right now. Middle infielders are playing double play depth. First baseman is playing just a step in front of Colton Wright at first. Third baseman is backed up now behind the baseline. It's backing up even further. Here's the pitch outside. Count is 1-1.
You don't got great speed on second though with Salvo.
No, and that's why I think you have to try to get him over.
Yeah, hit on a hit or not so much a sac punt or.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, way outside. Advantage to Radai. He'll be looking for a pitch here he can drive. As we know, the last at bat, he hit it through the right side. Just an all-around good hitter. Hits the ball any and everywhere. There's a ball hit out into right field. Got under it a little bit. It'll be a tough play. Second baseman makes an outstanding catch. Wow, he ran as far as Cameron Pope did just about. but he was at second base.
And Wayne, it's no surprise Cam Sanderson, the second baseman, who's had a great night so far, he runs over there. Man, he's got some wheels. Freddie Walker like wheels, I do almost say.
Wow, that was a fantastic catch.
One gone for the Mavericks, brings to the plate the right fielder, number 11, Tito Jones.
We've seen some great defense tonight.
It's been a defensive game, and you got to appreciate baseball to see the defense side too.
Well, it's a 2-1 score. I don't expect that the game's going to end 2-1, but who knows? You don't want to put the kiss of death on our guys. So this inning started off with a single and a single. Tito swings and misses.
Off this end.
Pitch high in the strike zone. I think this is a great opportunity for Tito to push a bunt down to the third baseman. He's playing way back. First baseman's playing way back. Tito is not one of the guys that needs to hit the ball in the air. He needs to hit it on the ground and use his speed. Fouls that ball over the third base side. Count is 0-2.
Someone's windshield.
And Wayne, that hit something. Oh, it's bringing all the fans up there. I hope Kim Johnson didn't park his car down there as Kim returns to us tonight.
Well, anybody that parks over there,
You should know
you're
better.
playing with danger. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming from Sorensen. Pitch is high.
Looking for an insurance write-off, says guy.
Best place to park.
Well, they had grapefruit size hail in Edmonton today, so
There's action in the Fort Mac bullpen. A right-hander warming up down there. Again, tough to tell the numbers on these uniforms from afar, especially when it gets dark, and it's just unguessing. Here's the pitch, low, good take by Tito Jones. Count is 2-2. Obviously, the bunt is not a play that will be used in this situation, unless Tito does it on his own, and I don't think he will be. Here's the pitch.
Yeah, base hit.
A ball hit to the
Safe.
first baseman, a line drive. It wasn't really hit hard, but the first baseman went to try to get Rodriguez at second. Rodriguez wisely froze on the line drive.
Line drive out there by the fifth.
Some good
First baseman.
hats off to Rodriguez, Wayne, there to recognize the play. Rodriguez, another
First
guy
baseman,
who's got
number
really
20,
good baseball
Cameron
IQ.
Pope.
Well, base runners are taught on a ground ball with runners on first and second, or wherever the situation is where you have to run. Ground ball, you got to go. Fly ball in the air, you can get off the base, but on the line drive, you got to freeze. In other words, hold your position. If the ball gets through, then you advance. Chances are you're only going to advance one base. If the line drive is caught, then you got time to get back. And Sal did exactly what he was coached to do and what he learned to do. Froze on the line drive and was able to get back to second. So 2 away now. Runners at first and second still. Cameron Pope batting. That pitch is up. Ball 1. This inning started off so promising for the Mavs, but credit to second baseman Sanderson making a great catch and the pitcher Sorensen. Count now is 1-1. Here's the pitch, swing, moves right through it. Pitch is up a little bit. Count is 1-2. Natsu and Sorensen getting together on the signals. Here's the pitch. Pitch blown away. Evens the count. That might just be a show-me pitch that I'm going away. I might be coming back inside on a pitch here, hoping that Pope's looking away. There's a pitch up. Pope just misses it.
Barely.
That pitch was high though. But as a hitter, anything up, you see it coming, and your natural instinct is to swing at it. But most of the times you get underneath it, you either miss it totally, you foul it back, or you pop it up. So fortunately, the first and the latter didn't happen. He just fouled it back. Count is 2-2, 2 away, and 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Oh, into the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Runners advance. For a second there, I thought it hit Pope, but the catcher got a glove on it, was able to stop it from going to the backstop. So the count is full. Runners at second and third now.
And Wayne, a big chance for the Mavericks to tie this game up right here. They gotta, I think it's be important to find something here.
Well,
not the end of the world, no, but I think it'd be a good opportunity to.
It is, but first base is open. They don't have to give in to Pope here. Freddie Walker's on deck, the number 9 hitter. So I would see something off speed. Oh, there's a ball
there
that's going to get down. Coming around is Colton Wright. The throw coming home, cut off by the first baseman. Throw into second baseman, and Pope's in at second. RBIs, 2 RBIs single for Cameron Pope.
Two RBI single there for Pope. Mavericks take the lead here. That brings to the late the center fielder, number 7, Freddie Walker.
I would question that call, throwing him a fastball with first base open.
I would have given him something junk, something
Yeah,
stupid.
let him swing, because he was swinging that stuff high in the zone. I wouldn't have given him a fastball, but
And he drove it, which is
yeah,
good.
he drove it. Good piece of hitting by Cameron Pope. Takes advantage of a mistake pitch by Sorensen, and he hasn't made many of them.
He gets the second because of the throw.
First pitch swinging by Freddie Walker. Boy, this inning started off so promising, and then it kind of looked like it was a roller coaster inning. Started high, started going low, and then
Now it's
Cameron
high
Pope
again.
made the roller coaster go up. Runner on second, 2 away. Freddie Walker at the plate. Hops the ball up, out into shallow right field. Right fielder makes the call, makes the catch. 3 away, but the Mavs score 2 runs.
And a nice inning for the Mavericks. They make this game. They take the lead by 1. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Mavericks TV.
And then a 3-2 lead now after 4 complete.
Nice job by Cameron Pope.
Sell or buy your next home. Call or text her today, 403.
So the Mavericks scored 2 runs on 3 hits, with 1 runner left on base. Great clutch hit by Cameron Pope, driving 2 runs. Rodriguez from third, and Colton Wright running on the pitch, scores from second base. So 8-9 and 1 up. got to keep that Sanderson off base. He'll be up the third hitter this inning. Meyer is 0 for 1. Again, drops his bat to show bunt. No bunt attempt there. He's just checking to see what the corners are going to do. First pitch in for a strike. This one gets way away from Nicholson. Goes to the backstop. A little bit of a Bull Durham pitch there, aiming for the mascot.
Just learned something from you again.
You haven't watched the movie Bull Durham?
I
Great one.
don't even know what it is.
That's a great one.
There's a pitch, hard hit ball to third. Garcia gets it, but can't get the handle on it, and he is frustrated. If he would have made that play, I would have went down there and said, good play. That was...
You'd have left the broadcast booth to go down and tell him.
You know what? That was a hard hit ball. He gets it on one hop and has a chance to get him, but couldn't get the grip on the ball. So a single for Meyer. Garcia is still kicking himself out there. Number 9 hitter.
He's done okay tonight, though, Wayne, so he'll...
Goes around, squares to bunt, pulls it back. Nicholson has a tendency, as soon as there's a runner on first, it seems like the first pitch is in the dirt, and Wright is bailing him out on those. Count is 1-0. We need a strike here, Garrett. Get a ground ball double play, throw over to first. Good catch by Pope. Ball was going into the runner at first base. He reached out, didn't get blocked off by the runner. Sometimes the runner will intentionally go back towards the inside of the base to block off the runner. Oh, shows bunt this time. Weak attempt at the bunt. Fouls it back. And the runner will go back in, standing up, and hopefully he can block off the first baseman, and the ball goes sailing into right field, and you can get the third on that. Count is 1-1. Chappelle grounded out to the shortstop his last at bat. Another throw over to first base.
Two?
Brother was for me.
Mike.
Meyer has only got 3 stolen bases on the year. He's 3 for 4. Shows a bunt. There's the bunt down. Klingett Smith comes in, makes a play. Nobody covering third. Colton Wright gets down there. Good play by Klingett Smith.
Sacrifice bunt. They get the runner out at first. Top of the order now for Fort McMurray brings to the plate number 16 Cam Sanderson.
That's kind of what I thought you'd be seeing more
That's
of
what I was
tonight.
I was waiting for that, Wayne. I was as well. I thought that's kind of what we were going to see, and
Especially with Sanderson, the way he's been hitting and running the bases, is we haven't got him out yet tonight. Last night he was 1 for 5.
I shouldn't have said that I haven't watched that movie. You didn't tell me I was. You didn't tell me I was.
Here's the pitch in the dirt again. Good
Oh.
block by Colton Wright. So we're going to have a trivia question coming up at the end of this inning, folks. Those of you at home watching, for 10 Mavs bucks
For your kid?
for your son. Yeah. And it's open to any Fort McMurray fans that are watching as well, except that I can only give the 10 Mavs bucks to Mavs players. I don't have to, but that's what I'm going to do.
And I've been really impressed with Colton Wright's ability tonight to keep the game in control here. There's been a few pitches where, for sure, they probably would have led to some runs scored and put guys in bigger threats, but Colton Wright's doing a good job. It goes underappreciated, and it's probably not talked about enough, but he does that job, and he does it well.
Well, for the one time when he didn't hustle to get the ball and Sanderson scored from second, I think he's made up for it 5 times over with balls that have been blocked. Pitch on the outside corner. Wow. I agree with the batter on that one on Sanderson. That was not a strike, but it's called a strike.
Oh wow, I gave it.
You already gave him a ball on
I
that?
already gave him a ball. I'll take it back.
It did look outside. Both hits from Sanderson tonight have been out to right field. Here's the pitch. Fouls it straight back. He was late on that one. That would have been a pop-up most likely. He was underneath it.
Congratulations
Count
to
is
Joan
2-2.
Graham and Mike Canty. You can claim your jerseys at the souvenir shop. And Joan Graham and Mike Canty.
As we know, Sanderson can scoot. He's shown it on the bases and he's shown it at second base tonight, so he's got wheels. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Low inside. Count goes to 3-2. Lights are on here at Athletic Park.
8:30 time.
Great crowd tonight. Best one I've seen in a little while. I'm anticipating tomorrow's going to be a fantastic crowd. I'm going to say that we're at around 11 or 1200 tonight. Just a guess. Maybe not. Around 1,000 anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Blown away. Ball 4. Sanderson on base for the third time. What are you think? What were you thinking, Cam, for attendance? A grand? How do you even know what the word grand
Hey, parents,
is?
if your kids are 12 and under, make sure they're registered in the 2019 Sobeys Mini Maverick Club. They'll receive Mini Maverick T-shirt.
Wayne and the fans right in, they're getting excited about the trivia question. Tracy Wright asks if I've seen Field of Dreams. I actually have seen Field of Dreams, so I'm okay there.
So you watch the chick flicks, is that what you're saying? Because that was a chick flick?
That is not a chick flick. It's a heartwarming film. It's a heartwarming film.
That's a chick flick.
The word
Unbelievable.
yeah.
Biased opinion. As pitching coach Jared Libke comes out here, Wayne, and I think that's a good call. Nicholson's
Yeah,
had a
it is.
difficult night, to be honest.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Bryce Libke warming up in the Mavericks bullpen, and I think you're going to start to see some changes here soon.
So here's a trivia question for tonight. The first trivia question, we'll have another one in the 8th inning. What can you name one of the, no, you got to name them both. What two players led the National League in stolen bases every year from 1981 to 1990? What two players in the National League led the league in stolen bases every year from 1981 to 1990? The mic's off. Any guesses?
Kim has a guess with the mic off.
So, folks, again, you have to name both of the two base stealers. Very prominent players. There's a ball hit out into the right center gap. Tito Jones coming over, makes the catch. Makes a good throw into Garcia. Flips it underhand with his glove to Rallies at second base. Good call by Lipke coming out to the mound. Gets a strike and gets an out.
That's what you're looking for.
Runners remain at first and second. Now 2 away. Number 3 hitter Max Hewitt coming to the plate, batting .308. He was 1 for 5 last night. He's grounded out to Radai and Garcia both times tonight. 2 away, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch, low. Do we have any answers yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Stumping some of you, am I? Where's Hunter Cooper's fans?
Where's Chris Cooper tonight?
And Mr. Wright and Mr. Strilchuk. Come on, guys, don't let me down. You guys can get this one. The sun is just setting. We can see it peeking in.
What year's 19 what?
1981 to 1995. 16 years in a row. Or to 1990. 10 years in a row.
You need both.
Yep. 2 guys led the league in stolen bases. Only 2 guys.
Willie Mays Hayes.
One of them just went into the Baseball Hall of Fame a couple of years ago. Count is 3-0. We don't want to walk this guy. We don't want to walk any guys, but here's the 3-0 pitch. Swing popped up over the left field bleachers, out of play. I'm a little surprised he had the green light on 3-0, but he's batting in the number 3 hole for a reason.
He wants to make contact.
Well, that's one of your best hitters is going to bat there. Usually your best hitter bats in the number 3 hole. He's batting .308 on the season, followed by Ortiz on deck. Pitch low and away, ball 4. Good take by Hewitt. Just missed on that pitch, but it was a ball.
35.
So bases are loaded. We needed a shutdown inning after just taking the lead, and right now we're 1 pitch away from falling behind, or we're 1 pitch away from keeping the lead. What we don't want is an ugly pass ball here. I like those when we're running the bases, but I don't like
not on the flip
balls.
side.
Yeah. Here's a pitch, high, taken for a ball. Ortiz was ready to swing on that, but read it right away. Pulled the bat back. Peyton Crispin on base. Walked his last at bat. That pitch is inside. Ortiz never moved. Count is 2-0. Action in the Mavs bullpen now. Finally sending down a catcher.
Bryce Libke getting ready to go.
My goodness. We got a pitcher down there, but no catcher. How does that work? There's a hard hit ball down the left field.
Good foul.
And it's a grand salami. Soika just watched it go. That was a beast.
Richard Ortiz absolutely crushed that ball.
Well,
Wow.
we said he had pop. He had 5 home runs coming into tonight's game. That's his 6th home run. And that was a no-doubter. Soika took 3 steps and stopped.
And just watched. What else can you do?
That ball went over the score clock.
Wayne, we have a guest on the show.
Right fielder, number 27, Peyton Crispin.
Yes, we have a couple of guesses, but they're both incorrect so far. Keep trying, folks. Wow. Well, we walked 2 batters that inning, and they both came around to score.
That stat, I lose sleep over.
I did too when I used to coach. But after a while, you come to realize you got to get the pitcher out when he's struggling.
Wayne, I'm going to start having dreams about being here again. Oh, and this
That ball is hit, and Nicholson wasn't watching.
3-second effort by Cameron Pope not to give up there and finish the play.
Nicholson was caught just as Ridley was last night. Didn't get over to cover first base. Luckily, Cameron
Score 4 here in the top of the 5th.
Pope was at first base tonight. I'm not sure Sal would have made that play.
But hey, folks,
No, it's been a good coaching decision. Hats off to head coach Tom Vasella tonight, Wayne, on putting Cameron Pope in. It's definitely paid off for the Mavericks. Certainly done his job. And when you're watching Bryce Libke throw hard, I think you're going to see Libke come in. Conwood Cooley.
Fort McMurray took advantage of their opportunities that inning, and
They sure did.
credit to them. Let's see if we have an answer here yet. We've had answers of Ricky Henderson and Vince Coleman. No, that's not right. It's 2 National League players. We have an answer of Ricky Henderson and Lou Brock. Ricky Henderson spent most of his base stealing time in the American League. This is what two National League players led the league in stolen bases every year from 1981 to 1990. So momentum went back onto the first base dugout with the Fort Mac Giants, scoring 4 runs on the bomb hit by Richard Ortiz. That was a beast, that one. I didn't like that one at all. So we have numbers 1, 2, and 3 coming up. We got to get momentum back, put some runs on the board here. Fort Mac have scored 6 runs on 5 hits. The Mavericks have 3 runs on 6 hits.
The third baseman, number 10, Colin Klingensmith.
And we had a guy here
Klinger
we
hit a
been
home
able to
run.
count on. Klinger hit a home run. We need another one.
Yeah. Well, we need him to get on base.
Your favorite? What was your
They're
favorite?
both.
Single runs don't hurt you as much as those bases loaded big flies. Slider catches the outside corner. Bottom of the 5th inning. Sorensen's been pitching a masterful game here. Another pitch on the outside corner. Called strike. Count is 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball high and inside. Klingensmith swings through it for the first out. Good job by Sorensen getting the leadoff hitter. Comes to the plate now, P.J. Garcia.
The shortstop, number 5,
one
P.J.
for 2.
Garcia.
And Wayne,
Infield playing very deep.
I was going to just make that, took the words right out of my mouth. They're playing very deep here. There. Garcia's the guy they're making the choice to go back on. And
One outfield sign. They don't get the $500 gift.
Mavericks got to be careful here that they are frustrated and they do want to make up for that grand slam, but you don't want to chase the game here, Wayne.
No, that's right. You don't want to try to do too much as a hitter when you're up there. You just do your job and hits it off his foot. Ouch. Count is 0-2. We can't be swinging for the fences here. We just have to make contact and let the ball land where it may. Hopefully it'll get in there for a single. Or take your walks when you get the chance. But regrettably, Sorensen hasn't walked anybody yet tonight. There's the ball hit foul down the third base side. Nobody down there protecting the pitcher. Ouch. We need somebody down there protecting our pitcher. He's got his back to the infield. And that ball went about 20 feet by him. But count as 1 and high, 2-2. We got lots of guys sitting on chairs there, but nobody wants to go down. Do anything. Here's the pitch, popped up by Garcia, third baseman, giving chase, makes the shoestring catch, sliding catch by the third baseman. Meyer makes a good catch there for the second out of the inning.
Two gone now for the Mavericks, brings to the plate the left fielder, number 30, Austin Soika.
Well, we always say after we score, to take the lead, we need a shutdown inning, and Edmonton scored 4 runs. They want a shutdown inning, and right now they've got the first 2 guys out. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Austin Soika, batting .353, is 0 for 2 tonight. Lined out and struck out. That pitch in there for a strike. First pitch was blown away. Second pitch on the inside corner. Sorensen has got fantastic control, good velocity, not overpowering velocity, but enough where you can't sit and wait on something. Throws a backdoor curveball there. Soika fouls it off. Rodriguez on deck. Crushed the ball his last at bat. Actually crushed his ball first at bat, but lined it to the left fielder. So he's 1 for 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Soika. Swing and a miss. Inning over. High fastball.
Jump around.
Wayne, the Mavericks going 1-2-3 here. That's not what they were looking for. Like I said, it's frustrating, but it's important for them that they stay composed and stay with it. They're still in this game.
Oh, yeah.
And Wayne, we have a few answers for you as we correct our technical difficulties there.
Okay, so we've got some answers here. This is Mrs. Cooper. Chris is driving. The answer is Vince Coleman and Tim Raines with a question mark. That's the right answer. Vince Coleman and Tim Raines. Chris knows all the answers to these trivia questions, but can't remember our anniversary, Mrs. Cooper writes. Well, it's priorities, Mrs. Cooper. It's priorities. You know, a marriage is every year. It happens every day. Like trivia questions only happen on game days.
On game days, man. They're a rarity. No, they're a rarity. They're a treat. Hunter Cooper wins.
We had another answer there. I want to see who else. Somebody had an answer. Hernandez. Angelita Hernandez answered Vince Coleman and Marquis Grissom. That would have been good. Marquis Grissom was a great base stealer for the Montreal Expos, but Tim Raines and Vince Coleman are the right answers. Thanks for taking part, folks.
And Wayne, as we thought we were going to see a pitching change here, Bryce Lipke comes in, and Wayne just wasn't Nicholson's day.
Well, he ran into problems in a couple of innings with walks. His last inning, he walked 2. And wild pitches didn't help him. The wild pitch that scored Sanderson from second base, probably not his fault, but he threw the ball. It was his pitch. That scored a run. But overall, I'm not sure whether I would give that on a scale of 1 to 10. I would give that a 5 as an outing.
I would support that.
You know, it certainly wasn't a great outing. Was it a good outing? It's hard to say. One bad pitch to Ortiz, who hits it out of the park. There's 4 runs.
You take that away.
Yeah, you take that away, and he's only given up 2 runs. So.
Number 38.
Chase Atkinson comes in. He's 0 for 2 tonight, but we mentioned just had a really good series. The Mavericks, if they're able to get him out here, that'll be a good start on their way back to redemption in this ball game.
Well, we need to shut down inning now. We can't let them score more runs because they've got momentum now. They score again this inning, and they're going to take the game away from us totally. First pitch swinging, pops it up.
Heads up, heads up.
So Nicholson goes 5 innings, gives up 5 hits and 6 runs.
License plate number?
All of them were earned runs. He had 1 strikeout and 3 walks.
BBW.
So his strikeout to walk ratio stayed about the same. 1 walk. Or 1 strikeout and 3 walks, and we got to have a better strikeout.
We got to have a better strikeout than walk ratio. You do.
You don't need a lot of strikeouts, but you need to keep your walks down.
You need to have that. You just need to keep your walks down. Wayne. Good point.
So the count is 2-1 on Atkinson. There's a ground ball hit to Klingensmith. Backhands it. Tough play. Yeah, there would have been. That was a really tough play. Came in charging it. Only play was to backhand it and try to make a quick throw, and the ball popped out of his glove. So Atkinson is on with a single. Atkinson was 3 for 4 last night. He's 1 for 3 tonight with that single. Mathieu now batting 170. Didn't play last night. He's popped up to the shortstop and it's flown out to left center field. Atkinson's off and running. Here's
Nice arm.
the throw down the second and
Colton Wright. Wayne, I think this is where you say.
see ya. What a beauty. Great throw by Wright. Radai catches the ball right over top the bag, puts down the ball, and the runner slides into it. Puts his glove in front of the base, and the runner slides into it. Wow, great throw.
Great throw.
Catch, great tag. That nullifies the leadoff single.
And Wayne, that's what good leaders do and stuff, is they find ways to contribute in games, and they find ways to try and turn the momentum and get their teammates celebrated again. You see everybody jumping around in the dugout there a little bit. They're excited again, and that's what a good leader does. He's able to bring his team back into the fight.
Well, you can bring momentum back by playing good defense too, and
Heads up down the line.
you know it's not only offense that moves Mr. Mo from one dugout to another. It can be good defense, and that's what I expected tonight. We were talking about it earlier in the game that they're going to be more aggressive on the bases, and Atkinson was off on the first pitch, trying to catch the Mavs by surprise. Here's a ground ball hit to Radai at second. Easy flip on the first for the second out.
And Wayne, I've really liked the Mavericks' response here.
We got now for Fort McMurray brings to the late.
Yeah, that was a clutch caught stealing by Wright and Radai there to get the leadoff hitter. In my mind, they would have been better off trying to sacrifice them, but you know, Atkinson can run, and they put him in motion. Let him try to steal a base. If he steals that base, you look like a genius. And then that ground ball to Radai at second base, you've got a runner on third with only one out. Good old hindsight. Count is 0-1. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Wright locks it. Eric Meyer batting 262. Had a single and scored his last at bat, last inning in fact. Here's a 1-1 pitch, foul back.
Heads up.
Oh, great catch by a fan.
Did you see it?
Wow.
And Wayne, is that fan college eligible?
I'm not sure. Didn't even have a glove. There's a ball hit to Garcia at short. Feels it over to first. Routine. Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket.
And wait for the Mavericks to go 1-2-3 in this inning. That's big. I'm very pleased with what we just seen there, and that's a really nice turnaround for the Mavericks. And after getting that difficult one, after going 1-2-3 out that last inning, perhaps maybe chasing the game a little frustrated, what have you not, the Mavericks can settle down here with their 4, 5, 6 hitters. You got Rodriguez, Colton Wright, and Nolan Radai, 3 of your veteran hitters. Wayne, these are the guys that are going to bring you back into the fight.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to see something happen this inning. We need to score at least one run this inning. Not saying it has to be this inning, but the sooner you score it, the less desperation there is as the game wears on. So Rodriguez is 1 for 2, Wright is 1 for 2, and Radai is 1 for 2.
You're watching Mavericks TV. We'll be right back after this.
Good call.
I'm good
Stand around.
I'm good at those calls. Sal Rodriguez up here. Pitch is way high. Ball 1 called. Pitch is in the dirt now. 0-2. And Rodriguez gets on with the walk. A leadoff walk, that'll work.
Brings to the plate.
Colton Wright coming up.
Catching change.
We're going to see a pitching change here.
Rodriguez leads off with a walk. I thought Sorensen had a great game tonight. Good job, young man. So Sorensen goes 5 innings, gives up 5 hits,
Last call for the 50-50 tickets.
3
Last call
runs,
for 50-50
3 earned
tickets.
runs.
Then a mound draw to be made in the 8th.
Something for
5 strikeouts and no walks. That's an impressive outing. I liked him. That kid can play.
I was impressed with what he did as well.
Yeah, 10:34.
Did you get a number, guys? I didn't.
People in Fort Mac, you got a great young pitcher there in Tucker Sorensen.
24 or
Great future ahead for him, Wayne.
So any updates on out-of-town scores? Anybody?
That's
Well,
who's
we
up.
know Lethbridge isn't playing. I'm sorry. Banby?
Mandy.
Banby. He pitched last night, didn't he?
Number 24 changes, pitching changes brought to you by Mr. Lou, now on the mound for
And Wayne, much like Finn Ridley for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, Keith Manby seems to be one of those guys they throw too often, and the guy's obviously got to be in pretty good shape to be able to come in from what we've seen so far, night after night, and pitch games. Tell us a little bit about Manby's stats, Wayne, if we have them.
I don't have.
We don't have them, okay. We'll get them for you momentarily.
out of town.
So Manby only pitched the 1 inning last night. He was initially credited with the loss, but
That will be fixed at some point later.
he did give up 3 runs.
Well, Wayne, you talk about the
catcher
importance...
number 25, Colton Wright.
It's Colton Wright, Justin. You talk about the importance of strikeout to walk ratio. Keith Manby, 32 strikeouts, 12 walks. He's a good pitcher. Colton Wright's going to be having to work harder to get this one.
Well, and as we said just earlier, he did come in for 1 inning last night and gave up 3 runs. Last inning, Rodriguez led off with a single, and Wright followed with a single, and we ended up scoring both those runs on a Cameron Pope single to center field. Let's hope we can get a couple of runs here. Manby throws hard. First pitch is outside, ball 1. I'm thinking with a guy that throws hard, we're going to see Colton Wright and Radai tend to go more up the middle, right side perhaps. Here's a pitch, high outside, ball 2.
One good thing about this is we need base runners on.
We got to get
We do need base
We do
runners.
need base runners.
Not a bad thing just to see lots of pitches here to see what happens.
Don't let Manby get subbed in.
Well, just see something. Let's see a strike first. Hasn't thrown anything yet.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Rodriguez not being held on at first, not a base stealing threat. Pitch high and inside. Colton swings it again. Kind of been his nemesis tonight, that high fastball, high and inside. But as I said, every hitter sees that pitch coming in and it looks juicy until you realize, whoops, I can't get my bat on top of that ball. Here's a 2-1 pitch, foul
Heads up.
straight back. A little bit off to the right side, evens the count 2-2. Manby throws hard. It's been all fastballs so far, 4 fastballs in a row. Radai will be trying to get his timing on the on-deck circle. Colton trying to get his timing in the batter's box. Two pitch, fouled off the right side. That's not going to get caught by anyone. It's foul.
On the gun, Wayne, Manby's pitch registers 86 there.
Yeah, he's throwing hard, and he's got a very quick delivery. A little bit of herky-jerky, but he's very quick in his delivery. He raises his leg and lets it go. Looks like it's coming harder than it is. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Catcher setting up away. Curveball. Try to catch him with an off-speed pitch. Runs the count to 3-2. Good take by Colton.
68.
I'm thinking they're going to come back with a fastball here. Colton will be looking fastball. Hopefully it's middle away. Colton knows what to do with those pitches. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Rodriguez at first base, not going anywhere. Oh, fastball just up in the zone. Gets by Colton for the first out of the inning.
The Mavericks brings to the lake the second baseman, number 9, Nolan Ratai.
And Wayne just went out here. The Mavericks, they're still okay here if they can find a way to get Ratai on base, like you mentioned. There's get some guys moving around out there. Sal traditionally not known for his speed here at this point, so for Ratai, he's looking to go deep.
Well, the difficulty is that, you know, they wanted to see Sorensen stay in there because they were getting on to him. They had seen him 3 times, but now you have a pitcher in that you haven't seen since last night, and you only saw him for 1 inning. So you're still getting acclimatized to the new pitcher. That pitch is fouled back by Ratai. Ratai just wants to make good solid contact here. Let's keep the baton being passed along the line. Count is 0-1. Curveball in there for a strike. Ratai collecting his thoughts now. First pitch was a fastball. He was late on it, fouled it back. Second pitch was a curveball, which he took. Pitcher on hitter right now. There's a fastball high and inside. Count is 2-1. Rodriguez getting a good lead at first base. Second baseman and shortstop are not moving from their positions. They're not expecting Sal to steal second at all. There's the pitch. High for a ball. That was
Didn't
close.
miss by much. I was anxious sitting here, Wayne.
Well, the catcher pulled it down, and as soon as that pitch, the one thing about a high curveball is that hitter sees ball and umpire sees ball. And even though it might come into the strike zone, their first reaction is they see it high, it's a ball. That pitch is a curveball, it misses on the inside corner. Most pitchers want to throw their curveball started at the knees and break it out of the strike zone because hitter sees strike and umpire sees strike. And if you miss a little bit there, chances are you're going to get an out anyway. Here's a full count, fouled straight back by Ratai.
And wait, when it's fouled straight back, what does that mean?
His timing is right on.
Right on it.
The only thing is that pitch was a little inside, and if you foul that right back to the screen, you're right on it, and that pitch was down the middle. That pitch went over the screen, so there's a hard hit ball. Could be 2. Flip over to second base. Over to
and
first.
they got
Double
them.
play. Good play by the Giants defense. 6-4 to 3. Double play.
Mavericks get another game in the bottom of the 6th. By 3 runs here.
And Wayne, we mentioned that Coach Ray Brown was going to bring it tonight. We thought he'd have a few tricks up his sleeve, and so far Ray Brown and his team playing well. That's a good defensive play there.
Oh, good defense.
Good defense from the
Good pitching and good defense. Their pitchers have done a great job tonight. You know, they've only walked one hitter so far in tonight's game, so
They've been deserving of the success up to this point. You have to tip your hat where it's due. Tip your hat and give credit where it's due, I should say. And then we're going to see another pitching change here. Liam Rosebeck comes in. Rosebeck has the ability to throw into the 90s. The Vail, Arizona native arrived here later in the season after playing with Weyburn and getting a feel out there. Rosbeck settled in here with the Mavericks recently. His first few games, his first showing in Okotoks didn't go so well. But in our viewing here, we've noticed how hard he can throw the ball. You've talked about Rosbeck's arm speed.
Yeah, he's got good velocity, and his velocity comes. He's not big in stature, but he's got good strong legs, and he's got a very quick arm.
And he has the strength and the endurance to play a couple of innings for your team and throwing at those speeds.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen him pitch too many extra innings. He's gone a couple of innings this year, but right now we don't want to use up too much of our pitchers with the games, 2 games coming up against Lethbridge. Tomorrow here, home at 2 o'clock, and then Monday in Lethbridge.
It's the 9-1-2 hitters due up for Fort McMurray, starting it off. Number 4, Mark Chappelle.
And Wayne, the Mavericks did a good job last inning going 1-2-3. They're looking for the same result here and get back on the offense and get back in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pitch inside. Ball. Chappelle is 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to short and put down a sac bunt his last at bat. There's a fastball on the outside corner called strike.
Rosbeck likes to work relatively quick, Wayne.
Yeah, he does. And that's the other thing. Sorensen and Manby both work quick for Fort Mac. Fastball, fouled away.
Now pitching for the Mavericks, right-handed reliever from Vail, Arizona, number 12, Liam Rosbeck.
And Wayne, the Mavericks do like their players from the Arizona area. I've noticed around the league a ton of players in the WCBL from Arizona. It's a real hotbed for baseball, a ton of quality.
Be interesting to find out league-wise where all the players are coming from, where most of them are coming from. So here's the 1-2 pitch. He's late on that. I like the call. Red-Eye catches it in his glove, flips it from his glove over to Hope at first base.
A nice hustle by Red-Eye. And Wayne, an interesting thing about Rosbeck is, apologies because I'm going to absolutely butcher the name. Rosbeck attended one of a very special college, Shavapi. I'm not saying that right. Yavapai. Sorry. Holy. I told you I was going to butcher it.
I just guessed, but Yavapai is a great JUCO college program.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he spent some time there. Yavapai. Wow. Either going right or wrong one way or the other, and I went 2 feet in wrong. No surprise.
You know what? At least you admitted it. Hard hit ball out in left center. Freddie Walker gets a great jump on it and makes a great catch in left center field. Robs Sanderson of his 3rd hit of the night.
2 gone now for the Giants.
Great job by Freddie Walker. Got a great jump on it. Made that look easy at the end. As I said, he's like a gazelle. Once his first burst, he's at full speed after 2 steps. First pitch in for a fastball. Right now, Rosbeck is just throwing fastballs. Really, that's all I think he has to throw here right now until they show they can catch up to his fastball. Sanderson got barrel on it on the first pitch, but Chappelle was overmatched on that ground out to Red-Eye. Count is 0-2. Hess batting .286. Hit a double down the third base line. His first at-bat, struck out and lined out to right field. Oh,
ouch!
Fastball hits him right on
the hip.
Right on the hip. That's one of the ways you get a hip pointer is get hit there, and hip pointers hurt like heck. Usually, a hip pointer is a repetitive blow to the hip. So hopefully he's okay. He trotted down to first base.
Hunched over a little bit down there, but rightfully so.
Yeah, that's an owie. You'll have a mark there. Might have the commissioner's signature on his skin backwards.
You might. An unconditional branding or tattoo of the sorts, but for the love of the game, I guess.
He'll certainly have C marks. lead off at first base. He's not going. First pitch swinging, foul down the first baseline. Max Hewitt batting 308 on the season. Was 1 for 5 last night. Walked his last at bat. Came around to score on the big fly by Ortiz, who's on deck at the big grand slam.
Max Hewitt attends Oklahoma State.
My son went there. Oklahoma State. One of the many colleges he went to. Universities. Great Division I program at Oklahoma State. They play in the Big 12 conference.
Speaking of Division I, Wayne has mentioned John Godardo no longer with the team as he went home today. The Mavericks want to wish him best of luck in the future, and that guy can throw the ball.
I'm not sure. What college does he attend?
Godardo, University of Arizona.
Okay. Great program there, too. They're in the Pac-10 or Pac-12 now. Defensive swing there. Klingensmith gets over, uses his arm, gets him in time.
Nice play by Colin
Wow.
Klingensmith.
There's another star right there. Great play by Klingensmith.
Giants leave a man stranded here in the top of the 7th. You know what that means, folks? Stand, stretch, and let's do some singing. It's Saturday night.
7th inning stretch. Mavericks down 6-3. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Mavericks TV.
Take me up to
Here's a leadoff bunt attempt by Tito Jones. Just pushes it foul. One pitch. Squares around this time. Pitcher fields it. Makes a good strong throw. Good try by Tito Jones. All he had to do was get it by the pitcher, and he had a single.
Good effort from Jones.
I like it.
I don't mind. You said you got to Wayne. I think you got to try it.
Well, he's got great
First
speed.
baseman, number 23, Cameron Pope.
And you know, it's a game of inches. There's a very fine line between a hit and an out, and it's bang bang. That one wasn't really bang bang, but another foot, and the pitcher has to run a little bit farther, and he's safe at first. Cameron Pope now batting. Pope had a 2 RBI single in the 4th inning. Pitch is outside, ball 2. Freddie Walker on deck. Walker is 0 for 2. Calls looking on strike 3 and flew out to right field. There's a 2-0 pitch. Tying inside, didn't miss by much. Count is 3-0. Nice to get a base runner here. See if we can get something going. Pitch in there, called strike. Action in the Giants bullpen. I can see 2 figures down there. I have no idea what the numbers are, but
You mentioned these jerseys are.
It would be the same on the Mavericks side. I could see people down there, but I couldn't tell who they are. Ball 4, good at bat by Cameron Pope. Yeah, the uniforms are especially tough.
The center fielder, number 7, Freddie Walker.
Especially at this time of night, to see the uniform numbers.
It's difficult.
Yeah,
That's what Young Cam's for up here, as we mentioned before. Freddie Walker in 0 for 2 tonight. And when we talked about Rodriguez, or not Rodriguez, sorry, we did talk about Rodriguez and Wright's average getting better. But Freddie Walker's starting to contribute on the bats a little bit more. Obviously not tonight, but last night he was 3 for 3, so.
Well, last night he was batting .264 coming into the game. He was 3 for 3, and his batting average went up to .274 or .275. So tonight it's probably, if he doesn't get a hit, it's going to fall back to .270. But let's hope he gets a hit here.
Quick discussion between the catcher there and the pitcher, just making sure they get their signals right there, Wayne, would you say?
Yeah, and I see Ray Brown there setting up his outfielders, moving them around. It might have been an attempt to buy time for the pitcher to warm up down there as well. This is Manby's second inning, and he just finished walking Pope. What they don't want to have happen is have another walk and your pitcher isn't warmed up in the bullpen. Count is 2-0. Here's the pitch. Catches the corner. 2-1. Barely. Pope getting a good lead at first base. Hasn't been a thrower to first base yet. Pope gets a good secondary. Fouls it back. Freddie Walker was late on that fastball. I think he's going to see a curveball here. And I would say this is a great opportunity for Pope to run. So the count is 2-2. If it's a fastball, I'm hooped. But here's the pitch. Fastball, defensive. First baseman fields it, throws it in the dirt. It's bobbled. Oh, they're calling him out anyway. There was no transfer there.
No way!
Head coach Tom DeSella goes straight out.
Pumped it right out of his glove.
I mean, the fans aren't going to agree with this one, but I don't know if it's going to change the umpire's answer, unfortunately. That's.
Well,
I thought they're calling it anyway. It was clearly bobbled.
I say if he's trying to make the transfer, that's fine, but he didn't have the ball in his glove. It popped out of his glove. He may have been reaching for it, but he did not have control of the ball in his glove. From what I saw, I thought he was safe. Now they're going to check, and I think this is the right call.
You could overturn this one.
Make the right call!
That's Lanny up here, but I think they have to make the right call here. Although it's the second base umpire, who's actually the third base umpire. It's his call only, and it would be tough for the home plate and the first plate umpire to overrule that because that's his only call. But to me, it was not a transfer play. Transfer play, by definition, means that the player, they're calling him safe. Now Ray Brown is going to run out. And this is going to be a heated argument, I think, because that's his call. And the other umpires are overruling it. Now the other coach comes out to the home plate umpire. So we got two coaches out arguing with two umpires.
But not a good situation.
Fielder's choice, everybody's.
So that will be an error on the first baseman on the throw at second base, and Walker gets on, and coach is thrown out of the game right now. One of the coaches got thrown out of the game.
Just about 2.
So an error to the first baseman. Wow, now, wow, do we have both coaches thrown out of the game? Oh, Brownie is in his face right now.
That's not Brown, though.
Oh, that's the assistant coach.
Yeah, I think that's Ed Campanello.
Campanelli, we believe.
Campanelli,
Or Michael Cavan, one of the two.
Or Cahan, we're not sure, one of the two. But things getting heated here, Wayne. Let's see what happens in the fallout. This is a very ridiculously heated conversation
Well,
here. He is absolutely...
I'd be upset too, because I'm not sure that was the right call to overrule a ball.
Oh, he's not
at
done.
second base. Well, he's complaining to the home plate umpire. How can you make that call at second base when you're at home plate? And he's got an argument there. I think it was the wrong call in the first place, but overruling it, I'm not sure is the right call either. But because it works in our favor, I'm going to say, go Mavs, go. So we got time for a trivia question here, folks. Wow. Now they got to get the coach out of the dugout, and nobody wants to leave.
Top of the order for the Mavericks, the third baseman, number 10, Colin Clennonsmith.
Okay, here's the second trivia question of the night, folks. What moniker, i.e. nickname, did relief pitcher Jeff Reardon use as a relief pitcher? What moniker or nickname did relief pitcher Jeff Reardon pitch for the Montreal Expos, Atlanta Braves, a couple of other teams? Leadoff hitter Colin Klingensmith. So what moniker or nickname did Jeff Reardon use as a relief pitcher? So runners on first and second, one away. Klingensmith up at the plate. The count is 0-1. Here's a pitch. Blowing away outside at an off-speed pitch. Misses. Count is 1-1. Good speed on the base passes. A double here certainly will score both runners. Freddie Walker scored last night. He was off and running, and he scored from first on a single. Actually, Klingensmith went into second. It was a double, but he scored from first base on a double that never made it to the wall. So the count is 2-1. Here's the pitch. Inside. Good block by a catcher.
Joseph Matsu.
Count is 3-1. Klinger will be looking for a pitch here that he can drive. 3-1. Just don't get over anxious, Colin. Make sure it's a pitch that you can handle. If you don't get it this pitch, you're going to get it next pitch. Here's the pitch. Oh, he pops it up. Got it in on the hands. A little over anxious. That was a ball. Catcher making the play. Makes a catch. That's not an easy catch.
No, the catcher had to shuffle around there. Joseph Matsu
Wow.
makes a nice grab, and unfortunately for Klingensmith, Wayne, they said that one got him just in on the hands.
Matsu is doing a little two-step there. Waiting for the first baseman to call him off. The first baseman didn't call him off.
Swing side and 1 out, swing side, 1 out.
Good pitch by Manby. Fastball on the inner half of the plate. A little bit too far inside for Klingensmith to get it, the barrel out front. Two-away, runners on first and second. Pitches high to Garcia. Garcia's 1 for 3. Popped up to first, popped up to third. Hit a single his first at bat. Here's the pitch. Oh, ground ball hit back to the pitcher, fielded easily, and the pitcher takes it himself, steps on first base. One unassisted.
Mavericks get nothing here in the bottom of the 7th. Still trail 6-3. Looks like we got some action out there. It's the Days Off Pub Slingshot contest. And Janessa, who's our contestant?
So, do we have any answers? So, Hunter Cooper's was first. So, oh, Hernandez, the Terminator. You're right. It was the Terminator. That was his nickname. So Angelita Hernandez, 10 Mavs bucks goes to PJ Garcia. Your nephew has had an outstanding game tonight. So good job. Thanks for playing along, folks. So Hunter Cooper, PJ Garcia get 10 Mavs bucks tonight.
And Wayne, as mentioned, Rosebeck gets left in. He didn't throw too many pitches last sitting here, so he's going to throw another few, and they're going to need him, Wayne.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. He and Pimentel and Cooper and Ridley.
They're going to need all those guys, key guys coming out.
So, Fort McMurray Giants have scored 6 runs on 6 hits, have committed no errors. The Medicine Hat Mavericks have 3 runs on 6 hits with no errors. Very good defensively played game. Rosebeck out for his second inning of relief. Facing the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Ortiz hit the big fly last inning, or 2 innings ago rather. Bases loaded bomb. That was ugly. A beast of a shot.
I mean, we've seen a few RBIs this year. Edgar Harrell hit a grand slam here not too long ago.
I don't remember that. That's the first thing that goes though when you get old.
It is. Edgar Harrell, so I'm told.
There's a pop-up first pitch out into center field. Freddie Walker over, makes the easy catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Well done. We're ready to do it now. Number 27, Pete Kristen. Guys, get out your 50-50 tickets. We'll look at a draw shortly.
I'm just going to do a quick update. Do we have an update on out-of-town scores here, folks, or where are we at?
Let's do a check. Give you a around the league scoreboard update here right away.
Edmonton are
Peyton Crispin 0 for 2. And Wayne, do we have the updates on the league here?
We do. Edmonton beat Yorkton earlier today 9-8, and they're now leading Brooks in the bottom of the 8th, 6-5.
And folks, this is the last call for the concession in Sydney.
That's huge for Fort Mac. Looks like Swift Current and Okotoks have been in a rain delay. It's scheduled. It's supposed to start at 7:05. No score in there yet. Regina and Melville are tied at 6 in the 9th. Of course, Fort Mac
Another nice play from...
are beating us, and Weyburn and Musher are tied at 6.
And a nice play by Klingensmith once again, 5-3. $916 fans confirmed for tonight's game here, Wayne, at the ballpark.
Nice crowd. I thought it was more than that, but I think tomorrow we're going to have a good crowd. Fastball or a slider in there for a called strike on Atkinson. Tough guy to get out. 3 for 4 last night.
Has the power to leave the park.
Got a single his last at bat and was caught stealing. Caught stealing.
Caught stealing. I like it.
Caught stealing on a perfect throw from right to Rallies in the 6th inning. Fouls this pitch off.
Heads up.
Count is 1-2.
And Wayne, once again, only 6 pitches thrown in this inning from Rosebeck here. If he can find his way out of the inning. Didn't throw too many last one either.
Nobody in the bullpen, so it might be his game to finish off. Fastball misses outside.
Only thrown 11 pitches, including that one up to this point.
That's a good outing. And you don't need the strikeouts to be effective. He hasn't struck anybody out yet. Just throwing strikes. The only blemish is the hit batter. Ground ball to Garcia at short. Fields it cleanly over to first base. Routine.
I like, and
Put it
obviously
in your pocket.
exceptionally quick pitching there, Wayne. As that's only he throws 12 pitches in 2 innings. That's gonna work.
No, that's definitely, yeah.
You think, and as you mentioned, it might be his game to finish.
Well, as I said, there's nobody warming up, and only throwing 12 pitches. That's a goal for every pitcher, is to throw a maximum of 12 innings or 12 pitches in an inning. That means four to every hitter.
And if you're able to spread that out across 2 innings, perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll see if
Now, the major league average, I believe, is around 14 pitches.
which is fair when you think about the respect and the ability that those guys.
Yeah, the hitters are that much better, and they foul off pitches. But
There's no such thing as an easy out in the MLB.
No.
Or AAA for that matter, too, I would say. We'll see if Keith Manby returns to the mound here for the Giants.
I don't know. That doesn't look like Manby coming in, but I could be wrong.
Bottom of the 8th, Wayne, the Mavericks, they got to find something.
Well, 3 runs on 6 hits. And the big difference tonight was the big bopper home run by Ortiz. Bases loaded.
Is that a different pitcher, guys? Just checking.
Yeah, it is. So there is a pitching change. We'll try to get a number on this new pitcher. As of now,
28.
we've got our young 12-year-old up here.
It's 15. I'll tell you. Oh, he's glaring at you.
With the good eyes. Oh, he's actually 15. He's mad at me because I said he's only
I
12.
think it's 28. Nick Cardinal.
So Nick Cardinal is a new pitcher.
Nick Cardinal, who attends Fresno State, is a junior.
Now on the mound for the Fort Giants. Right-handed reliever, number 28.
And Wayne, I actually met Nick Cardinal just on Thursday night when they first arrived here and had the chance to talk with him, asked him how Fresno State is going. Says he enjoys being there. It's a pretty cool experience, and Nick Cardinal, he was a really genuine guy.
Fresno State's a great place. Hotter than heck in the summertime.
Hotter than heck in the summertime, but he really likes to be there.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a great university, Division I school. Great programs all the way around. Great football, great baseball.
He's from Alberta. He's a great friend of Reed Odlin's.
Is he?
Yes.
Okay. I did not know that. So the line score on Manby is 2 innings pitched, no runs, no hits, no earned runs, of course, 1 strikeout and 1 walk. That's the only walk in the game so far by the Edmonton Giants.
Fielder number 30, Austin Soika.
So we have our 3, 4, and 5 hitters up. Soika, Rodriguez, and Wright. Mavs need to get something going this inning. Cardinal has a record of 4 and 5, 4 wins, 5 losses. But he's got a strikeout ratio of 3-1, 37 strikeouts to only 12 walks, so he can bring it. Count is 2-0 on Soika. He's 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Lined out to center field his first at bat. Choking up a little bit on the bat. Here's the pitch. Swings, misses, or is foul rather.
Well, it
Hits the light standard. Bounces into the foyer. And a man with a jersey on holding a baby catches it on one hop.
It's a dad skill, Wayne.
And gives it to a little boy.
It's a dad ability to be holding the baby in one hand and catch a baseball with the other. It's a dad talent. Why don't we do it again? It's going to happen again.
Another ball hit off to the right side. Obviously, Cardinal is throwing hard. Soika is late on both of those fastballs. And he was up in the count 2-0. You do not want to be late when you're up 2-0. You should not be fouling balls to the off-field side. Unless the pitcher has got some giddy up on the ball. Oh, fastball on the outside corner fools Soika. He goes down with a hat trick tonight.
The designated hitter number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
And Wayne Rodriguez in the DH role, I got to assume you're going to see him in the lineup on first base tomorrow for the very big game against a potential playoff matchup in the Lethbridge Bulls, but 1 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it makes much difference.
I don't know
whether
if it
he's
does.
at
As I say this out loud, I don't know if it does either, because you look at what Pope's been able to do tonight, and he's done a great job. So
I think it's going to depend upon who the pitcher is going to be tomorrow.
For
Is
sure.
it going to be a
For
lefty
sure.
or a righty? I'm thinking if it's a right-handed pitcher, we're going to see Taylor Wright back in the lineup. And Wright will be DHing and Rodriguez will be at first. But I could be wrong. Count is 1-0. Cardinals fallen behind to both hitters so far. I think if Rodriguez gets on, we're going to see a pinch runner for him. Pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Catcher setting up outside. Hits the spot. Doesn't get the call.
check swing by Rodriguez just in time.
Asked for the appeal. First base umpire says no, he didn't go. I think that's the right call. He didn't go. On deck is Colton Wright. 1 for 3 tonight. Pitch is high outside. Ball 3, 3-1. Good at bat by Sal here. Sal's got to be looking dead red. Middle up a little bit. Something you can get barrel on, get out front, get your arms extended. There's a pitch outside, ball 4. Good at bat by Sal. He wasn't chasing. That same pitch got Austin Soika. So Sal's on with his second walk in a row. And we have a pinch runner coming in. Taylor Wright is going in to run for Sal Rodriguez.
And a good coaching decision there by Tom Vasello, Wayne. 'Cause you know what, Wayne, they're going to try and move him around. You have to.
Brings to the plate.
Well, you got lots of options with Wright. He can steal a base. He can advance an extra base on a single or a pass ball. So good move putting in Wright. And we kind of expected that if Sal got on that they'd use a pinch runner. Colton Wright now batting. So Taylor Wright at first base in for DH Sal Rodriguez.
And when we mentioned Taylor Wright's wicked footwork, it's going to come into effect right here. You should see some of that.
Hard hit ball going to be in the hole. Shortstop trying to make a play. Gets the out at second. Great play by the shortstop in the hole. Gets the ball, jumps and throws at the second base. Just about gets Colton Wright at first base for a double play, but a fantastic play by the shortstop.
Max Hewitt, when you mentioned that,
Number 9, Nolan Ratai.
the Division I player from Oklahoma State, showing why he's capable of playing at that level. Hats off to the shortstop. 2-way for the Mavericks now. Nolan Ratai up, Wayne, 1 for 3 tonight.
What's our rally song gonna be?
That ball I thought was in the hole.
I thought it was gone too.
Pitch in there for a strike. Well, no way were they going to get right at first base on that play. That was Hewitt's only play was
Colton Wright,
second.
we should specify. Colton Wright, not Taylor Wright. We should specify.
Yeah, no way they were going to get Colton Wright at first base, but wisely he went to second base and got the out there just by a hair. Taylor Wright sliding in. Change up in there for a strike. Count is 0-2. I've been very impressed with the Giants pitching tonight. Only giving up 1 walk so far. Actually 2, both of them to Sal Rodriguez. But we're able to limit the damage. 0-2 is a count to Ratai. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Fouls it away. Good approach by Ratai all the time. He'll let the ball travel, get a split second better read on it. And if it's a pitch he can't do anything with, he just fouls it off. If it's a pitch that's on the outer half, he'll go to right field with it. Colton Wright at first base has a good lead. He won't be going anywhere though. Time is called. Here's the pitch. Outside. Catcher's
Matsu
thinking
was
that he
very
went.
animated. I had to say, Matsu was a
Yeah.
little over animated, I
Yeah,
might say.
I agree. He didn't go on that. He offered a little bit, but that pitch was low and away. Good take by Ratai. Count is. What's the count, folks? Is it 1-2?
1-2, 1-2.
Okay. So 1-2 is the count. Ratai's got work to do here if he wants to get on base. That pitch is low and away again. 2-2.
Oh, wait, what is
Cardinal throws hard.
I was going to say, he does throw hard. We should get the gun on Cardinal here if we get a chance.
I'm going to say he's probably 87. He's not much harder than Manby, but, hard enough. And he's got a nice curveball off-speed pitch. There it is, but, call strike, late call. But, 3 away. Caught Ratai looking.
Bottom of the 8th. Hey, fans, let's have some fun. You guys know this song? It's the Cha-Cha Slide. I'm going to do some old Dutch chip giveaway on those.
Mavericks down by 3 as we head into the
Maybe the ladies down
top of the 9th. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Mavericks TV.
So, top of the 9th, number 8, 9, and 7, 8, and 9 hitters up. I just about got caught saying 8, 9, and 10 hitters. I guess I'm not playing slow pitch anymore. Not that I play slow pitch, but they do have a rover, a 10th hitter, I guess. So Matsu, Meyer, and Chappelle, 7, 8, and 9.
And folks, those chip bags, check the back for an X, and if you have an X, you can take that chip bag to the ticket office to claim your Sobeys gift certificate. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Fort McMurray, starting off number 5, Joseph Matsu. Nice bunch nines, beer batter.
Even if I didn't have an X, I should be hitting.
You're waiting for the Mavericks. It's only if they can get out of this inning without surrendering any runs, they still have an opportunity here.
Top of the ninth, right?
Top of the ninth, first pitch, strike. Rosebeck, as you mentioned, stays in. No reason not to.
And they got Cooper warming up in the bullpen just in case. They can't allow any more runs to score. Pitch in there for called strike 2.
Oh, wait, I've said it 1,000 times, but I just love when our pitchers are able to work quick because it gives the batter not even really a chance to think his thoughts. Before you know it, it's bang, bang.
It keeps our defense on their toes, too. Check swing, holds up, appeal down to first base. No, he didn't go. Count is 1 and 2. The hitters can take their time, but it's tough for infielders to be up and down every pitch. And the quicker the pitcher can pitch, the easier it is on the defense because their legs get tired, especially on hot days. A lot of infielders you'll see will take a little shuffle step just as the ball is crossing the plate so that they're already in motion. They can move right, left, come in on a slow hit ball. There's a ground ball hit to Rat Eye at second. Easy play in the mitt, over to the mitt at first base, a 4-3.
And a nice start there.
Brings the leading third baseman, number 22, Eric Meyer.
Well played game tonight, folks. If you've been watching, defensively, no errors committed and a lot of outstanding play by both teams. Sanderson making a great running catch in foul territory.
Max Hewitt playing well at short. Both shortstops playing well.
Yeah.
Max Hewitt and PJ Garcia.
That pitch catches the corner for a strike.
And Wayne, I know you don't want to look too much at the batting order and you want to treat every pitcher, every batter the same with respect, but this is the order that the Mavericks are looking for to get guys out at.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. You're looking at their batting averages, and Matsu was batting 170. He just grounded out. Meyer is batting 262, followed by Chappelle, who's batting 173. So
Meyer a bit snake bit in this series, so
there's a hard hit ball to Klingensmith at third. He leaps in the air, throws it, but pulls.
Oh, he couldn't quite get it.
Pulls Pope off the base. Klingensmith, if he had to do that over again, he had time to get his feet set and make a good accurate throw.
Yeah, it's gotta be an 85 then.
No.
He had lots of time on that. Just rushed his throw. It's one of those plays when you're looking at the ball and you're jumping up in the air and coming down, and he was nearly on the grass. You're thinking that the base runner's probably just about at the bag, but in theory, he's only a third of the way down there. So an E5, off and running first pitch. He gets caught. Oh, Red Eye dropped the ball at second base. Runner gets back to first.
No, nothing. There's nothing.
They had him cold. Had Red Eye been able to come up with the ball, they would have had him in what we used to call the pickle or the rundown, or you caught him in the soup, whatever terminology you want to use. Nevertheless, we didn't catch him in any of those. So he gets back to first base in time. Our first pitch was a ball. Here's the pitch in there for a called strike. Giants being much more aggressive on the base paths. There's a hit and run on. Wow, and Rat Eye gets off the end of his glove, but he was going to second to cover the base. Definitely a hit and run. I watched the runner, and he was looking in to see if the batter was hitting. He wasn't trying to steal second. He was just running. Hitter does a great job, Chappelle, of letting the ball travel and hitting it to second base.
Well,
that's Rat Eye's base
Rat
to
Eye
cover.
going this way, then he has to stop suddenly.
So
Go
a
back
single
to the
for Chappelle.
Yeah, I think it's a single.
Top of the order,
Runners
Giants.
on first and second.
Number 16, Cam
Exactly
Sanderson.
what we were thinking the Giants would be doing is putting runners in motion tonight. More hit and runs,
An aggressive, more aggressive
more
style.
aggressive style, exactly.
And now is
Yep.
Coach Ray Brown, which we haven't talked to him, but judging from how the game plays out, like we said, Wayne, they were much more aggressive tonight, and I think Ray Brown suggested that.
Well, that was definitely a hit and run because I was watching the runner and he definitely was watching the hitter. Again, he would have been out cold had the batter missed the ball. Wright would have thrown him out at second base. I think the hitter might have missed the hit and run the first pitch. The hitter right now is Sanderson, and that's why Meyer was able to get back to first base was because the hitter at that time, Chappelle, missed the signal, but he got it the second time, and he got it right the second time. So runners on first and second, one away. Tough hitter here in Sanderson. We need a shutdown inning here. There's a hard hit ball out in the center field. Freddie Walker gets a great jump on it, makes a diving catch.
Nice effort from Freddie Walker.
Outstanding. What a beauty.
Excellent compete from Freddie Walker there. Great heart and hustle. A tough line drive to catch, Wayne, and he does a great job.
That's the second one you took away from Sanderson. The other one was right at the wall in left center field. Last at bat, Sanderson hit the first pitch, hit it hard. Freddie Walker got a great jump on it, made it look easy. That one was not easy
That one was
at
not
all.
easy.
I'm giving that one a star.
I think that deserves one of your stars. When he's just a fun player to watch. He's so electric.
And I'm telling you, so is Sanderson. Both those guys. Sanderson's fun to watch hitting, and Freddie Walker's fun to watch playing center field.
Just two good
Tanner
baseball
Hess batting was hit by a pitch last time by Rosebeck on the hip. 2 away. Runners on first and second. Rod-Eye holding the runner on in second. Now backs away. Not a big lead at second. Pitch in there for a strike.
It was low,
Evens the
but
count. 1-1. Boy, both teams have turned in some gem of the plays defensively tonight. It's been a very entertaining game. Pitch in the dirt. Good job by Wright blocking that. Here's the pitch, high and inside. Called strike. Hess was already walking down to first base. Pitch looked like it was up a little bit, but it wasn't that high. Trying to persuade the umpire to call that a ball. Full count, 2 away. Runners will be on the move with this pitch. Be a good time for an inside move here just to hold the runners. There's the pitch. Runners are going. Foul back, out of play.
Hope was hustling, but couldn't quite get there. I mean, Tanner Hess not making it easy here.
Well, he's a good hitter. He's batting in the number 2 hole.
For a reason.
Exactly. On deck is Max Hewitt, who we definitely don't want to see come to the plate tonight. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Runners on the move again. Ball 4. Ouch. Ouch.
Hess draws the walk.
So bases loaded now. Vasella, Coach Vasella walking out to the mound. I think he'll just have a chat with Colton Wright and Liam Rosebeck about what do we want to do here with Hewitt. And he might be giving Rosebeck a breather. Garcia coming in to join them.
Team at 2:05 start against the Lethbridge Bulls. The first 250 fans through the gate will get a free autographed team picture. And also,
Pressure now goes to Colton Wright. He's got to keep everything in front of him, which works to the advantage of the hitter, Hewitt, knowing that most of the pitches have to be up. And Hewitt batting in the number 3 hole.
Number 2, Max Hewitt.
307 on the year.
Hasn't got a hit yet tonight, but he's got a good eye. Walked and scored. First pitch in there, but high for a ball.
Didn't miss by much.
No, not by much at all. Hewitt choking up on the bat. He's grounded out to short, second, and third tonight. Swings and misses. Fastball up and away. Count is 1-1. Infield playing very deep. Outfield not exceptionally deep. Tito Jones not that deep in right field. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, foul back, in on the hands. Couldn't get around on it.
Oh my God, the bugs.
I think those are fish flies starting to come out, aren't they?
I think they're right.
Yeah. They only last for 1 day, don't they? They have a lifespan of 1 day.
So they got to live a life to the fullest.
Yeah, they do. Just like us as humans, we gotta live every day like it's our last. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. In there, called strike 3. See ya. Sit down.
Nice job by Rosebeck to give the Mavericks a chance, Wayne.
Great pitch, outside corner, no doubt about that one.
The Mavericks are going to need their last at bat to get back into this game. Let's see what they can do.
No Sweet Carolina tonight? I think you jinxed us, man. Song, Lanny, attaboy.
If he was kicked out, he should be leaving the stadium.
Yep, can't be in view of the thing.
So he can go to the
Okay, bottom of the ninth.
Starting off for the Mavericks.
Number 7, 8, and 9, Tito
Right
Jones.
fielder number 11, Tito Jones.
Third baseman playing back. Now he's moving in. Tito tried to put down a bunt his last at bat. Didn't get it by the pitcher. Pitcher got it, threw him out at first. Oh, they were just getting into it.
Waiting down the boulevard. Shadows waiting in the night, I think.
There's a pitch outside. Ball one. Teeter Jones stepped out of the batter's box, hoping that time was called, but time wasn't called. Pitch was a ball anyway. Thank goodness for him. There's a pitch in there for a strike. Tito was 0 for 3 tonight. Flew out to right field. And the first baseman. Pitch way inside, just about hits him.
Hello, Dolly.
Tito, you can wear that. It only hurts for a couple of days.
That's a fastball. I don't know.
Their guy got hit.
It'll hurt, but you might be
it'll
out
hurt.
for more than a day.
We got other guys. There's a bunt again, but right back to the pitcher. Oh, just in time.
Barely.
It's not a good pitch to bunt on, just because it was low and inside, but when you commit to the base hit bunt,
You go for it.
you go
You're
for
all
it.
in. You're all in, Wayne.
The first baseman, number 23, Cameron Pope.
Pope is 1 for 2 tonight. Had a single, drove in 2 runs in the 4th inning, walked his last at bat. Pitch in there for a called strike. Pope playing first base tonight. Big out getting the leadoff hitter of this inning. Pitch is high. Evens the count at 1-1. Cardinals done an excellent job of coming into the game, taking over from Manby. Manby pitched 2 innings, didn't give up a hit.
Does he get the save on this swing? Wouldn't he get the save?
Yep.
If they get the
Called strike 2 here.
Count is 1-2.
And who get the save? We get the win.
Yeah, if you're within 3 runs and you
Yeah.
face 3 hitters,
Yeah.
and this is the second inning.
Yeah, it's the second time he's out.
Yeah.
Second inning, yeah.
Count is 1-2 on Cameron Pope. Fouls it off, stays alive.
Heads up, down the berm.
We've had a lot of defensive swings tonight because their pitchers have been pitching ahead all night, and we're just battling to hang in there. Credit to their pitchers. Most of the times we're swinging behind in the count. There's a strikeout on a pitch high and away.
The center fielder, number 7, Freddie Walker.
Here comes the first pitch for Walker.
In there, called strike. On deck, Colin Klingensmith. Lethbridge are probably loving this. They probably have sent guys down tonight, I would suspect, to scout.
I would
The
suspect that
Mavs-
as well.
Mavs
Yeah,
hitters.
you'd think so.
Wow, that pitch was about 8 inches outside, and it was a call to strike. But when you're around the plate all the time, anything close you're going to get. And their pitchers have been around the plate. There's a ball hit back to the pitcher.
That'll
Cardinal
do it.
fields it over to first base for 3 away, and the Giants
Logan,
win.
folks, Giants get redemption here.
And Wayne, a 6-3 win here tonight for the Fort Mac Giants, and for them, they came out battling. You talked about that you probably suspected that would happen.
Bulls are in town.
They have a good pushback as they only score 4 runs in their first 2 games, but they get 6 tonight. And hats off to them. Their defense, their pitching. You said you really liked Nick Cardinal there, a really crisp pitcher. But all in all, like I said, I think this Fort McMurray team, they're just as desperate as the Mavericks are in a different sense.
Yeah, probably more so. Great all-around effort by the Giants tonight. They outplayed us. Kudos to them. They came up with the clutch hits when they needed. The big fly ball, grand slam by Ortiz just when they needed it. I thought Sorensen set the pace for Edmonton coming out, working 5 innings. Only gave up 5 hits, kept the game close, gave up 3 runs. Didn't walk a batter. Tonight, the Giants only walked 2 batters, and they struck out 9. So, great effort by the Giants pitching tonight. I thought they outpitched us overall tonight.
I think they did as well.
And overall, I think their clutch hitting hit us. The hits were very close, but they came up with the clutch hits at the right time. And they were much more aggressive than we were tonight, running the bases. Sanderson set the tone by running the bases
very early on as well.
But there were some outstanding defensive
plays and on both teams.
On both sides,
and that's what I was just going to allude to. Sorry, as I jumped in on you there, is not to be lost on the fact that although the game was lost, there were some really nice plays. PJ Garcia made some outstanding plays. Colin Klingensmith was solid. Not to be lost on the Mavericks fan base that there were some good plays made in this game. It was even though the Mavericks came up short, it's a pretty enjoyable baseball game to watch.
It was a very entertaining game. I gave out stars for outstanding plays, and the Mavs had 7 stars tonight. The only people that didn't get a star tonight defensively was Soika and Tito Jones. Their plays were routine. Colton Wright made a perfect throw down to second base. Radai, Garcia. The 1 inning, Garcia made all 3 outs. Goodness sakes! And at the beginning of the game, he accounted for 7 of the first 12 outs. Outstanding game by Garcia. And on the other hand, the Giants, I gave them 2 stars. Their second baseman made a tremendous running catch way over in the first base foul territory.
And if I had to guess, shortstop Max Hewitt.
Wow, what a play he made at shortstop there. Just when we needed something going. Rodriguez gets on to lead off the inning with a walk. We put in a fast runner and Taylor Wright. Colton Wright comes up, hits the ball in the hole, and Hewitt makes an outstanding play to get Taylor at second base. That was a rally killer right there.
It was really a rally killer. Well, folks, Fort Mac earns the win in this one, but for the Mavericks and Wayne, potentially more importantly, we see it's been talked about, and fans are starting to put the pieces together and try and figure it out. Nothing's set in stone, but it's looking very probable that we'll see a Lethbridge and Medicine Hat pre-playoff matchup tomorrow. What do the Mavericks need to do tomorrow in order to prepare for it and set the tone in case they do play Lethbridge?
Just keep playing the way that they've been playing over the last 20-some games. They're 20-6. Last 27 games, just come out, keep playing hard. Sometimes you play hard and you deserve a better fate. You can play ugly and win, and you can play great and lose. And tonight, we played good, not great. We played good.
We did play good.
And they played great, and they deserve the win. So for tomorrow against Lethbridge, same thing. Turn the page on tonight's game. Tomorrow and Monday, big games. I might even drive down to Lethbridge on Monday.
I might come with you.
And watch that game. There's no room in my car for you. I drive a smart car.
Oh, give me a rest. You wish. The fans would love that. Well, fans, that'll just about wrap it up for us on our post-game edition show. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Apologies for the score clock issue. We will make sure that doesn't happen again for you guys. As always,
we don't get to see the score.
No, we had an issue on our score thing on here. Yes, there was an issue on there.
Sorry.
No, we missed that one on there.
I don't even watch that.
I know we don't. Neither of us. So we'll have to clear that up. But we're back at it tomorrow. As mentioned, 2:05 start for Lethbridge. So fans, get a good night's sleep, have a good bedtime snack, and we'll see you back at it tomorrow afternoon. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Good night.
I stole your sign off. Good night, everybody.